will send Jesse Smith to the hill, who is not only trying to get Arkansas to their 5th straight victory, but he's trying to end a 5-game personal losing streak that started against the Drillers, losing here in Tulsa 3-1 on May 13th. Smith, a 3-6 record. He's been 3-1 before this losing streak, a 4.86 ERA. And going up against the Travs on the mound will be right-hander Mark Kaiser. Kaiser, a former 10th-round pick by the Colorado Rockies in his first year at AA. 11 starts, 4 wins, 4 losses, and a 5.11 earned run average. But he has saved a couple of his best games for the Travs, as Arkansas has faced Kaiser twice and has lost to Kaiser twice. Plenty coming up next on the ITT Tech pregame show. We'll check out yesterday's scores in the Texas League, set the standings, and today's schedule. And it'll be right after these words on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
It takes teamwork to be able to reach new goals in today's complex business environment. Each one of us should strive to be a step ahead and know how to compete in a rapidly changing world. The ITT Tech School of Business is about helping people prepare for the challenges of a competitive world. ITT Technical Institute School of Business, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I take a sip, I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, stay with me. What's your name?
Robert.
Okay, Robert, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight down to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite. Open one, take a sip, and everything should be right back to normal.
Okay.
Don't worry, Robert. It's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller, good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
My mother said, no daughter of mine is driving a truck. I'm an 18-wheeling, double-clutching lady truck driver. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing. BC powder is this trucker's best friend. My day starts at 4 a.m. and ends 12 hours later. Out here on the road, there's a million things that's happening at once. I take BC for stress headaches, backache. I just can't pull over when my head's pounding. The reason I take BC is because it's fast and it works. I'm Carolyn from Asheboro, NC, and my pain reliever is BC.
Use as directed.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Welcome back to Driller Stadium here on the ITT Tech pregame show. Phil Elson with you with a reminder that your potential can increase with a degree. You can create your own career path with a degree from ITT Tech in Little Rock. For details, just go online to itt-tech.edu. The Arkansas Travelers and the Tulsa Drillers. Game 3 of this 4-game series. We'll wrap it up tomorrow here at Driller Stadium. Friday night, Nick Green for the Travs, 1-0 record, 3.86 ERA. Ubaldo Jimenez, an all-star for the Drillers, 6-2. Right-hander with a 3.38 ERA. That'll be tomorrow. And then the Travs will head out to Springfield Saturday morning, starting the series at Hammons Field Saturday night at 6:10. Checking the Texas League yesterday, Corpus Christi Hooks got a boost from Mark Sacamano. In his first game with the Hooks this year, Sacamano hits a first-inning grand slam, and the Hooks go on to win a lapper over Midland by a final score of 9-3. 3 home runs for the Hooks, including Josh Bonifay's 10th. John Fagan hit his 3rd. Mitch Talbot picked up the victory, going to 2-3, with Ray Aguilar dropping to 4-4 with the loss. So Corpus Christi with the victory, 2.5 games in front of Frisco and Midland. The Rough Riders yesterday were losers twice to the San Antonio Missions at a doubleheader. San Antonio winning the first game by a 4-1 final score, and then the Missions picking up a second game victory by the final of 2-1. And so the Rough Riders and the Midland Rockhounds tied for second, 2.5 games in back of Corpus Christi, with San Antonio pulling up the rear in the South at 10.5 games out. In the North Division, pretty much the standings remain the same, although Wichita still in contention. They're 7 games out after winning their 5th in a row yesterday. Wranglers beat Springfield by a 5-4 final score. 11 base hits for the Wranglers. Only their 9-batter did not reach. Billy Butler finishing 2 for 4 with a couple of runs scored and an RBI. Also RBIs for Matt Tumpman, Mitch Meyer, and D. Brown. Winning pitcher was Devon Lowry, picking it up in just an inning and a third of relief. Zach Greinke took them out for his second start since coming back from personal-related issues. Greinke 6 innings, 3 runs, 5 strikeouts, 4 base hits. Justin Garza took the loss, allowing the winning run for the Wranglers in the bottom of the 7th inning. So the Cardinals who at one point were 2 games in front of the Drillers, remaining 2 games back. Wichita 7 games out with 11 left to go. So the Wranglers still have a chance, but they'll pretty much have to win out. And Arkansas 21-37, 13.5 games out. Texas League games today, Springfield and Wichita. Starting at 7 o'clock, Mike Parisi will pitch for the Cardinals, a right-hander at 3-2. Wranglers send Kyle Middleton with a 3-3 record. He'll try to get Wichita their 6th consecutive victory. In the South Division, it's Corpus Christi playing host to Midland at 7:05. Recently placed on the South Division All-Star roster, Brad Ziegler will take the mound for the Midland Rockhounds, a right-hander with 5 wins and 2 losses. He replaces Nick Massett. Massett dominated in just a month and a half with Frisco, but has since gone to AAA, and he will not be coming down for the Texas League All-Star game. Corpus Christi, by the way, will send right-hander Chance Douglas with a 4-1 record. Frisco and San Antonio, 7:05 first pitch. They did not announce their starting pitchers. We'll keep you updated on the games in the Texas League as we go throughout the broadcast today on the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. But for right now, we'll take a break and return with the starting lineups for the Travelers and the Drillers in Game 3 of this 4-game series from Driller Stadium in Tulsa. This is Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Your world is suddenly changing for the better, all because 2 great companies that you know and trust, have now joined forces to deliver the world that matters most. Yours. AT&T, with its passion to invent, and SBC, with its drive to deliver, have come together to create the most complete and secure network with products and services to keep you connected to work, home, to life. Introducing the new AT&T, your world, delivered.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell.
My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space.
I would not.
No, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense.
Zero is for the 0 calories.
Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that?
I wish I could speculate on that, sir.
The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Quitting smoking is hard, and it's even harder to do it alone. The good news is there is help. Just call the SOS Quit line. 1-866-NOW-QUIT. They'll give you the information and program you need to get free of tobacco. And the service is free, too. Try it. Call 1-866-NOW-QUIT and start to get free. I promise it's a great feeling. 1-866-NOW-QUIT. Call today.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's ball game with the Arkansas Travelers and the Tulsa Drillers. We begin with the homestanding Drillers. AA affiliate of the Colorado Rockies are 35-24 and 2 games in front of Springfield for first place in the North Division. Manager Stu Cole today has Troy Tulowitzki leading off playing shortstop. Seth Smith will bat second, play right field. Third hitter is left fielder Joe Gaetti. Ian Stewart cleaning up and at third base. Back is the starting catcher Chris Ianetta, all-star batting in the 5-hole with Joe Koshansky, also an all-star batting 6th, playing first base. Jordan Zarnicki starting in center field, bats 7th. Designated hitter Judge Bigpen bats 8th, returning after missing the last 5 games. Doug Bernier will round out the starting 9 for the Drillers. He'll be at second base. Travelers, of course, the affiliate of the Los Angeles Angels with a record of 21-37. Last place in the North, 13.5 games behind Tulsa. Manager Tyrone Boykin today puts Dwayne Bacon back in the leadoff spot after batting 9th for the last 6 games. He'll be in center field. Aaron Peel bats second. He'll be in left today with Brandon Wood hitting third at shortstop. Matt Brown on a 13-game hitting streak cleaning up at third base. Greg Porter will bat 5th and play first today with Bobby Wilson catching after a day off. Wilson batting 6th. Starting in the 7th spot, right fielder Jason Espito, who had the game-winning hit yesterday. Travis designated hitter David Gates in the 8th slot with Devin Day rounding out the starting 9 playing second base. Starting pitcher for the Drillers, Mark Kaiser, 6'2" right-hander from Reno, Nevada. 11 starts. He's gone 4-4 with a 5.11 ERA. Jesse Smith for the Arkansas Travelers, a 6'2" right-hander from Lincoln, Nebraska. 12 starts. He's gone 3-6 with a 4.86 ERA. Those are your starting lineups. We'll come back with a sit-down chat with Travelers second baseman Eric Rodlin after this on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Sid Gutierrez had a childhood much like you'd expect growing up in 1960s New Mexico. A lot of sun, a lot of sky, and a lot of dreams about what you might be when you grow up.
After school, many of Sid's friends went on to work for local factories and businesses. Some moved away, but none moved as far away as Sid. Sid Gutierrez is recognized as the first Hispanic to pilot a space shuttle, and he's a member of the International Space Hall of Fame. But before he went into space, he went to Webster University. I'm Bob Costas, member of the board of Webster University. All Webster campuses around the world share the same belief. Education is more than just a degree. It's real knowledge for real-world success.
Want to buy a new car? Take a dream vacation, remodel your home, or finance just about anything? You can use the equity in your home to make it happen. Right now, Arkansas Federal Credit Union has a home equity line of credit with a 4-month fixed rate as low as 4.5% annual percentage rate with absolutely no fees. Plus, it's easier than ever to access your home equity loan using Arkansas Federal's Visa Platinum credit card. No checks, no hassles. Apply online at afcu.org or call 982-1000.
We are Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDSC, North Little Rock.
In Game 3 of this 4-game series, we'll sit down and talk. We'll actually stand and talk with Travelers All-Star second baseman Eric Rodlin. Eric's the first time that we've chatted since the announcement came out. Congratulations on starting at second base for the North Division All-Stars. When did you find out, and how do you feel about being voted the top second baseman in the first half in the North?
Well, I actually found out from a call from my mom. She said, "Hey, congratulations!" And I said, "About what?" And she said, "I got it. You're the second base All-Star." And I said, "Really?" And, yeah, jump on the line and find out. And I actually found out from her, from online, and obviously from all my teammates. And it's a really exciting time. I think I got All-Star my first year. This will be the first All-Star game I'm playing in, and I'm really excited about it.
And also an opportunity to kind of be a host at the same time. I mean, it's going to be at Raywinder Field. So you get to do it in front of the home fans. Does that have any? Do you think that adds any enjoyment to it? The fact that you really don't have to do any traveling to go to the All-Star game?
Oh, definitely. It'll be a 3 days off at home with an All-Star game with a great home crowd, and chance for my wife to come out and see, and all the people that have supported us over this year.
Eric, this year's been pretty interesting for you. I know that you've been selected in the Rule 5 draft by the Angels from the Tigers. I'd imagine you can't really anticipate a better start to, I guess, your career with the Angels. Of course, but you'd like the team record to be a little better. But personally, you're having a very good season. How's it been, transferring over from the Tigers who you've been with since you were drafted over to the Angels?
It's been just a seamless transition. I mean, I've really enjoyed the organization, the people, the coaching staff, the management. Great players. I feel like I've been here for 3 years.
You seem to really kind of fit into the philosophy, I think, of the Angels. Play hard, do a lot of the small things, and you seem to be that kind of ball player.
Yeah, I've always really hard to try to hustle every day. That's one thing my dad's always instilled in us is, once you're in between those lines, you're hustling, working your butt off, and that's what the Angels expect out of you every single day. So
something you had mentioned to me last week, which I found very interesting, talking about hustling your butt off. When you were at Gonzaga, you had told me that you got a degree in engineering, and being an athlete, and not just a student athlete, but I mean, we're talking an engineering degree. This is pretty tough. I imagine that you had a pretty good work ethic at school, too, to be a top-notch collegiate player and at the same time a top-notch student.
Oh, yeah, it was definitely a juggling act with all the road trips and obviously the regular schedule with engineering, and also had a fiancé at the time, so had a lot of things to juggle, and it worked out well.
You ever get a little crazy on you sometimes and you think, goodness, maybe I should have taken a couple of different classes, easier classes?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, obviously it was very difficult. My social life was non-existent at that point, but it's something great to fall back on, and I love baseball, so continuing on.
Well, let's switch gears a little bit. 4 wins in a row. First off, it's the first 3-game winning streak for the Travs this year, and now coming in here to Tulsa, a team that had beaten Arkansas 9 of 10 games. Really, this has got to be. I mean, it's nice to win 4 in a row, but especially taking on this Drillers ball club, which had played so well against the Travs, does that add a little bit into the enjoyment of a 4-game win streak?
It does. It's just nice to put everything together finally. I knew we had a really good team coming out of spring training, and it's nice to finally put everything together, hitting and playing defense and pitching well, and finally starting to tack on some wins. we know it's in there, and it's just nice to start it coming out finally.
Eric, the winning run yesterday was driven in by Jason Espedo, a left-hand batter, against Josh Newman, a left-hand pitcher who had only allowed a 120 batting average to lefties all season long. I had asked Tyrone Boykin after the game if he had thought of maybe pinch hitting David Gates for Espedo with the righty-lefty matchup. He said no, he didn't even think about it. He says, our lefties hit lefties. And then I went back and took a look at the numbers. They do. Greg Porter, over 300 against lefties. You're almost at 300 against lefties. Espedo, the same thing. What do you think makes you a successful batter against a fellow lefty? And why is that lefty-lefty matchup, usually everybody anticipates that to be so difficult for the batter?
Well, I think it's because we don't see a whole lot of lefties, in our career, hitting lefties. We get pinch hit a lot for them, but for me it really makes me really focus on staying away, keeping my chest on the ball. And it really locks me in because, you don't see it all the time. You're not as comfortable. So I think I set my game just a little bit against those guys.
You think it's more of a mental thing than anything else, more than the fact that that it really just is a lefty? It's that in the back of someone's mind he's thinking, this is a left-hander and I've never hit lefties well before?
Yeah, and also the ball comes from behind you a little bit, so it cuts across the plate a little bit different. And you really got to stay on because if you try to fly open, you're going to hit a pop-up or roll over every time. So,
how's for?
Santa Claus, can I have a call-up to the big leagues, please? That'd be a dream come true.
And maybe it's not anything that Santa could really grant you either, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I guess maybe in this case, Bill Stoneman is Santa Claus.
That sounds great to me.
Eric, thanks for your time. Really enjoyed watching you play and look forward to seeing you in the All-Star game on June 20th at Ray Winder.
Thanks a lot, Phil. Appreciate it.
We'll be giving Eric a $15 gift certificate to Shorty Smalls, located in Little Rock, North Little Rock, and Conway, for his time on the pregame show. And right back after this with more on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Make your plans now to see the best racing under the lights at Texas Motor Speedway, June 8th, 9th, and 10th. You won't want to miss another incredible finish like this one from 2002.
Here we come once again. It's going to be at the line. The winner's going to be Sam Ornick Jr. by 96 thousandths of a second.
The Oak Creek Homes qualifying day for the IRL and the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series will be Thursday, June 8th. On Friday, June 9th, David Starr, Dennis Setway, Todd Boda, and the rest of the Craftsman Truck Series will go door to door and heat up the asphalt in the Samstown 400. But the weekend would not be complete without the fearless drivers of the Indy Racing League at speeds over 200 miles per hour in the Bombardier Learjet 500 Saturday night, June 10th. Could it be Dan Weldon, Sam Hornish Jr., Tony Kanaan, or Danica Patrick claiming the Texas victory? Don't miss the action under the lights. Call 817-215-8500 or visit TexasMotorSpeedway.com. Texas Motor Speedway, celebrating 10 years strong. You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Time for action. Travs have taken their spots in the third base dugout, and the Drillers out on the field. We're set for baseball here at Driller Stadium. Game 59 of the 2006 baseball season. And the Arkansas Travelers and the Tulsa Drillers, Game 3 of this 4-game set. Drillers dominated the first 10 games between these teams, winning 9 of them. The Travs have won the last 2, coming here at Tulsa, when the Drillers have needed wins most. Drillers today 2 games in front of Springfield for first place, and they'll turn to Mark Kaiser, who's won his last 2 starts, beating Corpus Christi each time. He won here at Tulsa on May 28th against the Hooks 5-2, and then last time out, the Drillers gave Kaiser a season-high 11 runs to work with, and they went on for an 11-4 victory over the Hooks. Dwayne Bacon smoothing out the dirt on the left side of the batter's box. Usually he's been batting ninth for the last week, but with Eric Rodland out of the lineup today, there's a little bit of a different makeup to Arkansas' starting 9. Bacon batting leadoff again, where he's been most of the season. He'll bat left-handed, and here's Kaiser's first pitch of the evening. It is outside, and we're underway. It's 7:06. 89 degrees at game time. Soft breeze coming over the right field wall. It is a splendid day for baseball here at Driller Stadium. A 1-0 to Bacon on the inside corner for a strike. And it's 1-1. It'll be Bacon, Peel, and Wood against Kaiser. Bacon hitting .213 with 3 home runs. The 1-1 pitch. Popped it up. Left side. Court foul territory. The shortstop Tulowitzki will chase it all the way to the tarp. Next to the Arkansas bullpen bench, but that's 3 rows into the stands. And here at Driller Stadium, it's almost impossible to catch a ball that's heading into the seats down either of the baselines. 1-2 to count on Bacon as he comes back and picks up his baseball bat. Mark Kaiser staring in. It'll be the third time the Travs face Kaiser. He's beaten them twice. Kaiser 2-0 against Arkansas, 2-4 against the rest of the Texas League. Here's a 1-2 to Bacon. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Bacon takes a look at the plate umpire. Wayne thought that was outside, but he walks back towards the third base dugout. He understands the plate umpire called that one right on the outside black. One away, and for Kaiser, strikeout number 31 on the season against just 19 walks. He's pitched 69 innings, which would rank him 6th in the Texas League. Aaron Peel stands in. The first pitch to Aaron is grounded foul, just about a couple of inches outside the third base line. And a 0-1 count on Peel, who has been doing most of the leadoff batting for the Travs since Bacon was placed into the 9-hole. In fact, Peel started this series with a leadoff home run to left field against the Drillers starting pitcher on Tuesday. Here's an 0-1 pitch. Inside of the right-handed Peel, 1 ball, 1 strike. Peel yesterday in the leadoff spot took 2 walks in 6 trips to the plate, finished 0 for 4, never scored a run. Kaiser's 1-1 to Peel. Swing and a little flare in a shallow center field. It's Tulowitzki charging out from shortstop, and the second baseman Bernier gives him room to make the catch for out number 2. 2 quick outs will bring up Brandon Wood. Here are the other numbers on Mark Kaiser. He has allowed 85 base hits in the 69 innings, a .316 batting average against him, including 8 home runs. Travs have hit 3 of them. All of them back on April the 19th, including Brandon Wood hitting a 2-run shot. In fact, he had 2 home runs off of Mark Kaiser. Pitch to Wood is high and tight for a ball. That was back on April 19th. Wood had 2 homers. He even went back-to-back with Matt Brown, though Travs lost that game to Kaiser 8-6. Wood having a spectacular stretch over the last 2 weeks. 12-game hitting streak, batting .449. Right-hand batter with nobody on base. 2 outs. Here's Kaiser's pitch. Slider outside, ball 2. Wood yesterday powered his 13th home run of the season. Drilled it off Juan Murillo, who throws in the high 90s. Kaiser's 2-0 pitch. Wood swings. He got jammed. Pops it up on the right side of the infield. Joe Koshansky crosses into foul territory in the shadows of the roof. He makes the catch. And Arkansas goes down very quietly here in the first inning as Kaiser sets them down in order. So we'll see what Jesse Smith brings to the table today for the Arkansas Travelers as we go to the bottom of the first after this on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
In 1998, New York City marathon runner German Silva made a huge mistake. 1/2 mile from the finish line, he took a wrong turn. When he heard yells from the crowd and saw the looks on their faces, he realized his mistake. He immediately turned around, but the error cost him a crucial 15 seconds. His only hope for winning now was to sprint to make up for lost distance. Did he have the energy? Could he do it? He later said, "Too much work had gone into this race. I had to fight it out." He was able to make up the lost distance and finish first in his division, but only because he refused to allow a wrong turn to knock him out of his quest for the prize. I'm Mark Evans, pastor of the church at Rock Creek. You know, there are times in life when we make a wrong turn. But when we discover that it was a wrong turn, the wise person changes direction.
Cotton candy here. Get your cod. Any peanuts? Nope. Hot dog. Slushies. Nada. Camel corn? No. Can I get something other than cotton candy? Pink a blue, mister. Pink a blue.
Variety is a good thing, especially when it comes to orthopedic services. That's why Baptist Health in Ortho Arkansas provide the most comprehensive orthopedic care the state has to offer. From outpatient procedures to rehabilitation and prevention. To reach a specialist or for more information, call Baptist Health Healthline at 227-8478 and get back to the things you love.
Actually, I do have peanuts. Really? Nah, just kidding.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Travs go down in order in the top of the first inning, so here's Jesse Smith warming up, getting set to face the top 3 batters of the Drillers order, Troy Tulowitzki, Seth Smith, and Joe Gaetti. It is appearance number 13 for Jesse Smith, his 11th as a starter. Smith with the most wins of any Traveler pitcher in the starting rotation, 3 wins, but also leading the team with 6 losses. Smith has had a decision in each of his last 8 starts. Had a 3-game winning streak from April the 26th through May the 7th. And the last 5 starts, he has lost all of them, including one of the Tulsa Drillers on May 13th, losing 3-1 to Mark Kaiser here at this ballpark about a little over a month ago. Standing in to face Jesse Smith, Troy Tulowitzki, who's homered twice in this series, once in each game. Each a solo shot. All right-handed leadoff batter is ready to go, and here's Smith's windup and the pitch. There's a fastball right down Broadway for a called strike. Seth Smith on deck, and then Gaetti. Smith has allowed a home run to his Smith counterpart. Tulowitzki at .294 batting average, 9 home runs. The 0-1 pitch is a slider for a called strike. Nice job there by Smith, getting ahead of a tough batter, Tulowitzki, 0-2. Jesse, that .486 ERA, went up last start, giving up 6 runs in 6 in the 3rd inning. The 0-2 is a little low and inside, ball 1. Smith has given up 84 hits in 63 innings. Texas League batting .319 against him. 18 walks and 34 strikeouts. You see a lot of similarities between Smith and the Driller starter Mark Kaiser. 1-2 to Tulowitzki. Swing a ground ball to the hole at short. Brandon Wood tried to scoop it up coming around the ball, but he boots that. It goes to shallow left field, and an error by Wood to start the 1st inning, allowing his counterpart, Troy Tulowitzki, to reach Wood's 15th error of the year. Wood kind of got caught between a decision of whether to backhand the ball or circle around it and charge towards it, and tried the latter, charging towards the ball after coming around it a little bit. Never really got a good glove on that one. Kicked off the tip of the fingers of the glove, and Tulowitzki is aboard, bringing up Seth Smith. Smith, a left-hand batter with 5 home runs, one of them coming against Jesse Smith on May 13th. Smith will deliver from the stretch, and it is grounded fair down the 3rd base line. Tulowitzki will round second, head to 3rd base as Aaron Peel can't find the ball in the left field corner. He does now, fires to the infield, keeping Tulowitzki at 3rd. Smith holds at 2nd base with a stand-up double, and already the Drillers are in business with men at 2nd and 3rd base and nobody out. Nice even swing by Seth Smith. Didn't try to do too much with that pitch. Just hit it down that 3rd base line with Matt Brown playing away from the bag. So Joe Gaetti, who's on a 5-game hitting streak, has an opportunity to get the Drillers ahead with nothing more than a ground ball or a fly ball. Infield will hang back. Gaetti has hit 2 homers in this series and driven in 4 runs. Now, this is where the Drillers have had some trouble during the series. Tulsa is only 3 for 23 with a man in scoring position on Tuesday and Wednesday. Smith, still from the stretch, has pitched to Gaetti, is low, ball 1. A couple of men reaching base here to start the game on Wood's 15th error and Smith's 18th double. Gaetti, a right-hand batter with power to left field, hitting .302 with 6 long balls. The 1-0 pitch is on the outside corner for a strike, and that'll even it up. Gaetti has 4 RBIs in this series, both coming on home runs. 3-run homer on Tuesday, and a solo shot yesterday in the 1st inning off of Chris Hunter. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's Jesse's pitch. A fastball at the knees of Gaetti for a called strike, and he gets ahead 1-2. Smith does throw a lot of strikes, and he's not afraid to challenge with a fastball, but recently opponents have been getting wise to his plan and swinging early in the count at fastball. Here's a 1-2 to Gaetti. Low and away with a breaking pitch, 2-2. Jesse will throw a curveball and a slider plus a changeup. He's not a junk baller. He's a pitcher that tries to get ahead early and let batters get themselves out. 2-2 pitch. Gaetti takes a fastball just a little high, ball 3. That was the pitch Jesse might have gone for the strikeout on. He can get it into the high 80s and touch 90 on occasion, but Jesse Smith is not a power pitcher. 3-2 on Gaetti. 2nd and 3rd, no outs on deck. Ian Stewart. Here it is. Strike 3, a fastball taken at the knees on the outside corner. Beautiful pitch by Smith for the 1st out of the inning. 35th strikeout for Jesse Smith. And just a beautiful idea of how to work the strike zone against Gaetti. He went low and away, then a little bit up high, and back to that same low and outside corner. So here's Ian Stewart, 3 for 8 in the series with a couple of doubles. Left-hand batter with a .253 average on the year. Second and third for Stewart, 1 out. When the pitch is chopped to second base, that'll score a run. Devin Day will field it and flip to first to record Stewart out. And Tulowitzki scores from third to give the Drillers a 1-0 lead. There'll be an unearned run charged to Smith. It is the 13th unearned run Jesse has allowed this season. Stewart credited with his 30th RBI. Seth Smith advances to third base, and this brings Chris Ianetta to the plate. Ianetta got yesterday off, and is 1 for 4 Tuesday. Hit a double and walked once. Here's Smith's pitch from the stretch. Ianetta will take a strike on the inside corner. But it was Ianetta's final at-bat, and he may have remembered most from Tuesday after Joe Gaetti and Ian Stewart reached base, went to second and third trailing by 2. Miguel Gonzalez struck Ianetta out. Pitch to Ianetta, hit high towards shallow right. Charging in Jason Espino against the wind, and he makes the running catch. And that'll help Jesse Smith get out of the first inning, allowing just 1 run on 1 hit. There was a Traveler error leading to the run and a man stranded at third base. So 1 inning complete heading into the second. The Drillers 1 and the Travelers nothing. This is Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Did you know that more than 250 Arkansans are currently awaiting an organ transplant? And did you know that every 16 minutes, a new name is added to the organ transplant waiting list? You can help to reduce these numbers by registering to become an organ donor. Call the Arkansas Regional Organ Recovery Agency at 866-660-5433 or visit the Aurora website at www.arora.org to learn more. Become an organ donor. Give hope. In today's busy world, who has time for questions? Where to go, how to get there, what to eat? With over 30 locations in Central, North Central, and Northeast Arkansas, Double B's has the answers. Double B's makes it easy to stop in and get on with your day, wherever you are. Start your day with Double B's Coffee Cafe. Gourmet coffee, better than most coffee houses. Grab lunch on the go with delicious selections from Quiznos, Pizza Pro, Baskin-Robbins, Chester's Fried Chicken, or Subway. Clean your auto with a car wash. And all Double B's locations feature pay-at-the-pump technology, so you're back on the road in no time. Make the most of your time and stop worrying about life's little questions. We've got the answers at Double B's.
Dr. Pepper, the taste of originality, Dr. Pepper. Salute individuality, Dr. Pepper. Do what you do, your moment has come. You're not like anyone, nothing better, Dr. Pepper.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Back at Tulsa, where the Travs find themselves trailing 1-0 as they come to the plate against Mark Kaiser. Kaiser had been given an unearned run to work with. And we'll get into the middle third of the Arkansas order with Matt Brown, Greg Porter, and Bobby Wilson. This is Phil Elson on Air America Little Rock from Driller Stadium in Tulsa. Travs on a 4-game winning streak and had not won 3 in a row until Tuesday all year. Brown, a big part of this winning streak for the Travs. In fact, he has had a base hit in 13 consecutive games. Kaiser will deliver to the right-hand batter. And Brown, a check swing, almost hit on his back elbow, takes a 1-0 count. Brown yesterday, 2 for 4. He scored the winning run in the 12th inning after reaching second base with a 1-out double. Jason Espino knocked him in with a flare single to center. The 1-0 to Brown. He ducks behind a fastball again, ball 2. Kaiser throwing a little chin music to the Arkansas third baseman. Brown did get hit by a pitch yesterday. Both he and Brandon Wood were plunked by Driller pitchers. And somewhat of retaliation, Traveler pitchers also hit 2 Tulsa batters. 2-0 count. Brown batting .295, 8 home runs, 29 driven in. The 2-0 pitch. He swings, and it's jammed. Pops it up on the right side of the infield. Second baseman Bernier is giving way to the shortstop. Tulowitzki comes in. He caught it and then drops the ball. Now, the umpires say that he caught it first, demonstrated possession of the baseball, and so it'll just be an out. And here comes Greg Porter up to the plate as Kaiser sent down the first 4 batters. Brown kind of holding his lower back on his left side as he comes back into Arkansas's dugout. Tries to stretch that back out a little bit. He may have tweaked something. Greg Porter standing in 2 for 6 yesterday. Kaiser's delivery is nubbed foul outside first base, strike one on Porter. Greg hitting .296, 6 home runs, 28 runs batted in. Top batter against Tulsa as far as the Travs are concerned. In 11 games, Porter hitting .357 against Tulsa. Here's an 0-1 to Greg. Slider to back him off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Big gap in right center field. Garnicki, the center fielder, is about 15 steps towards left. Right fielder Smith plays towards the gap, a huge corner for Porter, but he sends one towards left center. Chasing it, Gaetti, the warning track, and he boots the ball. Kicked off the heel of his glove, falls off of the fence, and Porter will chunk into second base and hold there. Charge an error to the left fielder, Gaetti. It'll be his 7th of the year. Gaetti, and a nice play getting to that line drive that forced him back in front of the warning track. He had about 7 steps to take before getting to the ball. And then the ball went right into the glove. Looked like it kicked off the heel and hit one of the billboards. So the Travelers commit an error in the bottom of the first, leading to Tulsa's run, and perhaps that error may lead to a run for Arkansas. Delivery to Bobby Wilson is outside, ball one. Bobby Wilson was off yesterday. 1 for 5 Tuesday evening with a double and a run batted in. Right-hand batter. Runner at second, Porter. Here's Kaiser's pitch. Swung on, chopped foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. For Gaetti, I don't think you would blame that miscue on the sun. The sun comes over the third base stands here and presents more of a problem for the right fielder. If you're at Ray Winderfield, the sun comes over the right side and presents a problem for the left fielder. Here's a 1-1 to Wilson. Swung a little tapper to the mound. Porter will try for third base. He'll get thrown out by 8 feet. He stopped in front of the bag trying to jump over Ian Stewart's tag, but then he kind of fell down, and Stewart just tagged him out easily. 1-5 on the putout. You wonder what Greg Porter was doing running on a really easy tapper back to the hill. 1-5 goes the putout. 2 outs, and here comes Jason Espedo. So Wilson reaches on the fielder's choice, and Espedo stands in, a left-hander with a game-winning RBI yesterday. It was his 25th RBI of the year. Kaiser will set and deliver. Espedo swings a high fly to deep left field. Going back, Gaetti looking up at the wall. Get out of here. And it's a 2-run homer hit by Jason Espedo to put Arkansas in front of the second inning. Where Espedo hits that ball as he rounds third and slaps 5 at Tyrone Boykin. Measures only 349 feet to the left field gap. It's got to be one of the shortest left field power alleys in all of baseball. And Espedo reached out for a high fastball, made solid contact, and got it over that left field wall by a good 15 to 20 feet. Home run number 11 for Jason Espedo, and very slowly but surely he is creeping up the home run leader list. He's now 6th in the league, just 5 behind the league leader Hunter Pence. Now it's David Gates fouling a pitch off for a strike, 0-1. It's only the 3rd home run that Espedo has hit on the road. In fact, he had hit his previous 6 home runs at Ray Winder Field. But he'll take it for a 2-1 Arkansas lead, and here's David Gates with an 0-1 count. Right-hand batter, the DH today, was after a changeup and misses strike 1. Strike 2. Gates hasn't played in 3 games. Last took to the field on Saturday in the game against the Midland Rockhounds. 0 for 2, a couple of walks and a couple of runs. 208 batting average on the season, 4 long balls. Tailor-made for Driller Stadium, which measures 335 to left, 349 into the left field gap. But it's Espedo, the left-hand batter, that takes advantage of that short left field porch. Here's an 0-2 pitch to Gates. Waited on the slider and fouled it in the air, out of play on the right side. Still 0-2. So the home run by Espedo is the Travelers' 68th this year, which ties them with the Drillers for the most homers for a team in the league. Another 0-2 from Kaiser. Gates takes it inside. Close one, ball one. You also have the two pitching staffs that allow the most home runs in the Texas League. Arkansas leading the league, allowing 68 long balls. And the Drillers have now given up 54. 1-2 to Gates. Wave and a missed strike three. Big breaking ball. And the Travelers are done after the strikeout. Ends the second inning. But the Travs take the lead with Jason Espito's two-run homer. The only hit of the game thus far. There was an error, which does lead to a couple of unearned runs. Nobody left on base. 2-1 Travelers going to the bottom of the second inning here at Tulsa on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
The romance begins at Cupid's. Choose from Central Arkansas's largest selection of apparel and lingerie in every size, style, and color. And don't forget the wide selection of menswear, toys, massage oil, and lotion. It's Cupid's Lingerie and more. 2585 Donahue Street in the Townsend Plaza, Conway, 65th and Scott Hamilton, and 9700 North Rodney Perelman, Little Rock, plus 3360 Central Avenue in Hot Springs. Just look for the purple neon hearts, and you'll know you're in the right place. Cupid's Lingerie and more.
Hey, fans, it's easy to get discount tickets to Travs games all year thanks to Ready Ice. Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice presents Ready Ice Wednesdays at Ray Wonder Field. Just pick up a discount coupon for any Wednesday Travs home game anywhere Ready Ice is sold, like most Shell and Exxon gas stations. Bring the coupons to the Travs box office for $3 general admission tickets to any Wednesday home game. That's Ready Ice Wednesdays at Ray Wonder Field all season long. Thanks to Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller, good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
It's the Arkansas Travelers and the Tulsa Drillers going into the bottom of the second inning here at Driller Stadium. Arkansas with the lead 2-1 on the 11th home run by Jason Espito here this year. So all three runs in this ballgame have been unearned. Each team committing an error already today. And here comes Joe Koshansky to lead off the second inning against Jesse Smith. First two batters last inning reach against Jesse, but then he set down the final three to bring us to the sixth-hitter. Here's the delivery, and Koshansky will accept the strike on the outside corner. Koshansky hitting .303 with 13 home runs. Tied with Brandon Wood for the second amount of home runs in the league, the 0-1. Inside of the left-hand batter, 1-1. Koshansky 1 for 3 yesterday. A couple of walks, also lined into a double play, the first of 5 double plays that the Travs turned in yesterday's win. Here's a 1-1, missing low, ball 2. 2-1 the count on Koshansky. Travelers turning 5 double plays yesterday. They've also had a previous game against the Drillers turning 4. Here's a 2-1 pitch. On the outside corner for a strike. Koshansky will back away, showing displeasure with a call. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It'll be Jordan Zarnicki on deck, then Judd Thigpen. Smith with 1 strikeout thus far. Koshansky leads the Drillers with 58 whiffs. The right-hander deals. Koshansky takes it in the dirt. He held back on the swing. Wilson's going to tag him anyway after blocking that pitch. They appeal to the first base umpire, but it's a left-hand batter. Now he appeals to the third base umpire, and he says he didn't go. The plate umpire got a little bit confused on which umpire to ask, but they got it right anyway. Full count to start the second inning. Smith doesn't offer many leadoff walks. He delivers the payoff. Koshansky fouls it back into the screen. Smith only 18 walks this year, and he's only issued 3 leadoff walks. He really shouldn't expect. He'll come with something to hit. 3-2 pitch. Hit high and deep by Koshansky to left field. Peel back of the wall. That's a game-tying home run. 14th home run of the season for Koshansky. That was a tailor-made ball for Driller Stadium. Got over that left field fence by maybe 3 or 4 feet. Most of the ballparks, that ball is caught in front of the warning track. But hey, you deal with the ballpark that you've been given to play this game. And so Koshansky's 14th of the season ties it at 2-2. So these teams have apparently brought the lumber today. 2 home runs already. We're only in the second inning. Zarnicki, the batter, nobody on. Swings and fouls one off, strike one. Yesterday, the Travs and the Drillers combined for just 13 hits over 12 innings. And really, they did have a couple of home runs, 3 home runs in the game, 2 by the Drillers, 1 by Brandon Wood of Arkansas. Here's an 0-1 to Zarnicki. Laid off, it's outside, 1-1. But the wind blowing a little bit. I think it's got to be kind of swirling around Driller Stadium. It's coming in from left, but in from right, out towards left. 1-1 to the right-hander, inside, ball 2. Zarnicki, number 7 batter, was 0 for 5 yesterday, hitting into a double play. 277 average on the year. Smith steps back, lifts the leg, and delivers. And Zarnicki gets a slow bouncing ball towards third. Matt Brown bare hands and holds onto it. Nothing much Brown could have done. He was playing behind the third base bag, and Zarnicki was a little excuse me single. It's the second base hit of the inning. Still no outs, and here's Judd Thigpen. The elements yesterday weren't much for hitting. The ball did not carry very well yesterday. And it seems today the ball carrying a little bit, but usually if it comes down to why one game seems to have more of a bent towards the pitchers than the other game does, usually it's because of the pitching. Here's Judd Thigpen, right-hand batter. First start in about 6 days. Toss over to first by Smith, sending Zarnicki back. Zarnicki is the top base stealer for Tulsa. He's tried 12 times, caught only twice, 10 steals. Thigpen was hit by a pitch in San Antonio on Thursday in his hand and caused him to miss the last 5 games. So to first base again. Zarnicki is back. So Thigpen back in the starting lineup today as the designated hitter, giving Christian Colonel the evening off. Colonel has played the first 2 games of this series and was only 1 for 8. Here's the first pitch, and Thigpen hits the top of the mound, played by Smith. Throws to second to start the double play. Wood over to first, and he got him. Rack him up for 2. Wood also took a blow by Zarnicki, who barreled right into him at second base. Wood absorbed that blow and gave a perfect throw to the first baseman Porter for the Travs' first double play of this game. And it is the 24th double play that Arkansas has turned against the Drillers this year. Travs have turned almost a third of their double plays against Tulsa, with Jordan Zarnicki leading the way, bouncing into 6 twin killings. 2 outs, nobody on. Doug Bernier, the 9 batter. And the pitch a strike, it's 0-1. Bernier, 3 for his last 28, no hits and 6 at-bats this series. Right-hander, here's Smith's 0-1, and it's hit high, but straight away to center. Bacon drifting back, plenty of room, and he makes the catch. Side retired in the bottom of the second. The Drillers tie the game with Joe Koshansky's leadoff home run. 2 Driller hits, nobody left on base. Going into the third inning, Travs 2, Tulsa 2 on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Make your plans now to see the best racing under the lights at Texas Motor Speedway, June 8th, 9th, and 10th. You won't want to miss another incredible finish like this one from 2002.
Here we come once again. It's going to be at the line. The winner's going to be Sam Ornick Jr. by 96 thousandths of a second.
The Oak Creek Homes qualifying day for the IRL and the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series will be Thursday, June 8th. And on Friday, June 9th, David Starr, Dennis Setzer, Todd Boda, and the rest of the Craftsman Truck Series will go door to door and heat up the asphalt in the Samstown 400. But the weekend would not be complete without the fearless drivers of the Indy Racing League at speeds over 200 miles per hour in the Bombardier Learjet 500 Saturday night, June 10th. Could it be Dan Weldon, Sam Hornish Jr., Tony Kanaan, or Danica Patrick claiming the Texas victory? Don't miss the action under the lights. Call 817-215-8500 or visit TexasMotorspeedway.com. Texas Motor Speedway, celebrating 10 years strong.
Do you have an interest in broadcasting, enjoy baseball, and are looking for a part-time job opportunity? Well, maybe we have what you're looking for. KDXE AM 1380 is the home for Arkansas Travelers baseball, and we need to add to our staff of board operators for Travelers games. Your responsibility will involve the process of putting Arkansas Travelers games on the air. The work schedule includes weeknights and weekends shared with other staff board operators. No experience in broadcasting is necessary, and learning our system for game broadcasts is easy. If you're interested, give us a call at 501-221-1380. That's 501-221-1380.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Welcome back to Tulsa. We go to the top of the third, a 2-2 score. We already had 3 runs coming on homers today. 2-run shot by Jason Espedo and Joe Koshansky, a solo home run for the Drillers. Devin Day leads off the third, backs away from a Mark Kaiser fastball, 1-0 count. Day, the number 9 batter, starting at second base today in place of Eric Rodlin, a 1-0 pitch. Swing on a line drive to left field. Gaetti coming in, and he goes down to a knee to make the catch. And he records Day out. Nice play by Gaetti. Still, it was Gaetti's error, dropped fly ball off Greg Porter's bat that led to the 2-run homer for Espedo last inning. So Day got a hold of that pitch, but still does not reach base. To the top of the Arkansas order with Dwayne Bacon. Kaiser and his catcher Ianetta had a quick chat. Stewart plays up at third base against Bacon, who was called out on strikes. Here's a pitch. Bacon will hit a little tapper right side of the mound, played by the pitcher. Kaiser has an easy flip for the second out. He's only thrown 3 pitches, and there are 2 away. Bacon 0 for 2 today, and hitless in all 9 at-bats of the series. Here's Aaron Peel. 2-2 score. We've had some tight ball games in this series. Travelers winning the opening game 8-6. Tulsa had the tying runs at second and third with nobody out in the 9th inning, but Miguel Gonzalez struck out 2 batters and got the final out for the save. And then yesterday, the Travs winning 5-4 in 12. Peel takes a pitch low for a ball. Aaron popped out in the first inning. He's 2 for 10 in the series, with his leadoff home run on Tuesday being one of those hits. The 1-0 pitch from Kaiser, high and inside, ball 2. The last series, the Travs and the Drillers matched up. There were only a couple of close games. Drillers have dominated Arkansas up until this point. 2-0 pitch is a chopper high but foul. Outside third, strike 1. Tulsa has handed the Travs 2 of their worst losses of the year. Arkansas losing at home to the Drillers 10-1 on May 14th. And then back on April the 20th, the Travs lost 11-3. Both times it was Ubaldo Jimenez, the starting pitcher, and we'll see him tomorrow. 2-2 is right down the middle. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Peel. On deck, Brandon Wood in case Peel reaches. Kaiser looking to set down 4 in a row. Here it is. He'll foul it back on a high fastball. Previously, the only Arkansas win against the Drillers was an 8-inning game here at Tulsa. And it was the second game of a doubleheader, and Arkansas won that using the entire bullpen. They had no starting pitcher. 2-2 to Peel. In the dirt, bouncing off Ianetta to the left, ball 3. And the Drillers had a rather easy-looking series against Corpus Christi, winning all 3 of them. 11-4, 3-1, and 10-1. Back to playing some tight games here. And the Travs have responded. 3-2 to Peel. Low, he'll take the first walk of the game from Mark Kaiser. 2 out, 3 pass brings up Brandon Wood. And it is pretty surprising to see that Peel gets walked, especially with Wood coming up and the way Brandon's hitting these days. Kaiser fell behind Wood in the first inning 2-0, and then jammed him with a fastball, and he fouled out. Brandon does make adjustments at-bat to at-bat. We'll see what happens here. Leading away, Peel. Pitch on the way, and Wood hits a line drive base hit into center field. Peel will hold at second base as Zarnicki comes up clean in center with a baseball. And for Brandon Wood, it is now a 13-game hitting streak. During this hitting streak, it's been surprising to see Brandon collect a single. This is the 23rd base hit for Wood during this streak. And only the 10th single, which equals his extra base hit total during the streak. So here's Matt Brown, who's also looking to extend a long hit streak. He's been at 13 games today, but popped out in the second inning. 2-2 score, and Brown has a chance to drive in a go-ahead run. Chris Ianetta will flash out some signs to the infielders in front of the plate. Brown ready to go. Matt has driven in 29 runs this year, 12 of them during this current 13-game hitting streak. Good speed of the bases. Peel from second, no one holding. Wood at first, the pitch. High and inside, ball one. Kaiser does not have an overpowering fastball, but he also is not throwing them right down the middle, so he's looking for the corners. He missed that one high and tight. Kaiser, a 10th round pick from Reno, Nevada, out of Lewis and Clark State in Idaho. Right-hander sets, checks on Peel. Extra half step for the runner at second. He'll lift the leg and deliver, and Brown yanks it foul over the Arkansas dugout at third base. Lewis and Clark State in Idaho. That is the home state of Matt Brown. We've got a few Idaho connections in this ball game. The Gem State Sports Kaiser played college ball there, as well as Christian Colonel. He's from Pocatello. And then there's Matt Brown from Coeur d'Alene. 1-1, slider, swing and a miss, strike two. Remember when Brown popped out in the second inning, he walked back into the dugout, clutching at his left side lower back area. Not necessarily clutching, but didn't really seem to be very comfortable after fouling out. 1-2 to count on Brown. Kaiser getting ahead. Kaiser setting again, and the pitch to Brown is hit in the air to center field, very high but very shallow. Zarnicki comes in for the can of corn and puts it away. So the Travelers were set up to take the lead, but cannot do so. No runs, one hit, and two men left. 2.5 innings, and we'll go to the bottom of the third. Travelers 2, Drillers 2. This is Air America, Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
From the hilltops of Atlanta to the California sand. Come on, one day across the nation, yeah. I'm a burrito in every time. Every woman,
Moe's Burritos, 4834 North Hills Boulevard in North Little Rock, by Kroger's in North Hills and McCain. Go your own way with National Car Rental. Take a one-tank trip and discover Arkansas. National's great weekend special is just what you need for a trip to the Ozarks. Or get your friends together and rent a minivan to historic Eureka Springs. National offers a wide choice of sizes and styles, from luxury cars to vans and sport utility vehicles. Unlimited mileage rates are available. National Car Rental has two convenient locations, Little Rock Airport and North Little Rock at 3919 Black Avenue. See National Car Rental's ad in the yellow pages. Go your own way with National Car Rental.
1, 2, 3.
We're at the supermarket checking out shopping lists.
Oh, here's mine.
Let's see. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, do I win?
Well, actually, you probably lose.
What?
Lose inches.
Oh.
These studies show that people following a proper reduced calorie diet that included 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt every day had better weight loss results and trimmed more from their waistline than if they just cut calories alone. So eat 3 cool, creamy servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt a day.
Wow, I consider that a win.
Have you had your 3 today?
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Back at Driller Stadium as we go to the bottom of the third inning on a Sunday early evening here at the corner of 15th and Yale. Bill Elson on Air America, Little Rock, 1380 KDXE here on Christmas in June night at Driller Stadium. Santa Claus is in town. You heard me allude to it during our pregame interview with Eric Rodlin. What would you ask Santa Claus for? And I think Rodlin took the easy way out, saying that he would ask Santa for a call up to the major leagues. I don't know, I was expecting to hear, Santa's like an iPod. Santa, can I have some satellite radio? Santa, how about a bigger locker in the clubhouse? We go to the bottom of the third. Drillers send the top of the order up. Troy Tulowitzki versus Jesse Smith. Smith will deliver low and outside for a ball. First time through the order, Jesse allowed 3 hits. a double, a home run, and an infield single. Tulowitzki reached on a fielding error by Brandon Wood and then would score. Here's a 1-0 and a fastball for a strike, 1-1 as that hits the outside corner. I'm still waiting for my first Hanukkah in June promotion. I have a feeling that there's not much of a call for that here in Tulsa. The 1-1, Tulowitzki takes outside, and it's a 2-1 count. Tulowitzki, Seth Smith, and Joe Gaetti will bat against Jesse. Right-hander delivers. Tulowitzki lines it to center, and it'll fall in front of Dwayne Bacon by a good 15 feet. Sharp line drive single, and Tulowitzki aboard for the second time today with his first base hit. And extends a hitting streak to 7 in a row. Tulowitzki is a very talented prospect. It's just his first full season after getting drafted in the second round last year by the Colorado Rockies. Rockies have some high hopes for him. You can see it. Big athletic body, plays shortstop pretty well, and he can hit it. Seth Smith doubled down the third base line earlier in the first inning. And still Matt Brown plays off that third base line by about 15 feet. Tulowitzki has only attempted 6 steals, yet he's out to a 5-step lead. Porter holding. Smith at the belt. Jesse kicks, delivers. And Seth Smith couldn't hold back with his check swing. He followed through on a curveball. Strike 1. Seth Smith from Brandon, Mississippi. Same area as Alan Buckley, who's back at Tempe, rehabbing his sore lower back. 0-1 the count on Seth. Jesse a long pause, and now his pitch. Fastball inside, 1-1. Travs 2, Drillers 2 here in the bottom of the third. Tulsa getting an unearned run of the first. Leadoff homer by Joe Koshansky in the second. Koshansky now with 14 homers has broken that tie with Brandon Wood for second place in the home run race. He's only 2 behind Corpus Christi's Hunter Pence. Instead of a pitch, a throw to first base, sending Tulowitzki back in. Out of the starting 9 the Drillers put up today, 4 of them will be starting in the Texas League All-Star game in Raywinder Field on June 20th. Tulowitzki, the starting shortstop. Ianetta will actually be the backup catcher. He won't be starting. Here's a 1-1 to Smith, and the lefty takes a strike on the outside corner, 1-2. So Ianetta will be the backup catcher with Matt Tupman starting, the Wichita backstop. Koshansky will start at first base, and Jordan Zarnicki will start in center field. Travs have 2 starters, Brandon Wood, the designated hitter, and Eric Rodlin at second base. Smith gets a look at Tulowitzki, throws over again, but it is not in time. So Jesse Smith is pretty positive that either Tulowitzki is running or there's going to be a hit and run, but on a 1-2 count, you wouldn't expect a hit and run play. Tulowitzki's still out to that 5-step lead. Stretch and the 1-2. Smith hits it high, deep to the right field corner. Hooking, it is a foul ball. Not quite had the home run distance. You got to hit it 340 feet to the right field corner, and it's also got to be at least 15 feet high. The ball had the height, not quite the distance. Nobody out here in the third inning. A 1-2 count on Seth Smith. Jesse Smith trying to pick up his first victory since May the 7th. It's over a month ago. Back to the stretch, Jesse Smith. And the 1-2 count on Seth Smith. The pitch, swing and a miss on a curveball, and he strikes him out for the first out of the third inning. Strikeout number 2 for Jesse, and the first one that he gets in a curveball. One out. Smith now 1 for 2, and here's Joe Gaetti. Gaetti called out on strikes in the first inning on a fastball to the outside corner. Right-hand batter hitting .302. 6 home runs, 2 of them in this series. Smith delivers a pitch out, nothing doing. Tulowitzki holds at first base. So the Travs still feeling like Tulowitzki will be running at some point. Jesse Smith does a nice job holding runners on base. A 1-0 count to Gaetti. Double play depth on the infield. Here it is. Swing, a ground ball, slow to the left side. Wood plays it, flips over to Day. Day's relay to first will not be in time. They get the out at second base, 1-6. Not your tailor-made double play ball. Wood had a, that's 6-4 at second base. I don't know why I'm saying 1-6. Wood had a long charge to come in for that ball, and once it got past the mound, there was no chance for the double play. But the lead runner is forced out, so Gaetti, who is certainly a lot slower than Tulowitzki, is the new base runner at first, and Ian Stewart stands in. Stewart, top prospect for the Rockies. They expect him to be at third base in maybe a year or two, but this year not quite what was expected, hitting only .253 with 3 homers. Pitch to the left-hander is a fastball for strike 1 on the inside corner. Stewart knocked in his 30th run of the year with a bounce out in the first inning. Tulowitzki scored from third base. But now it's a 2-out situation with a tie game, 2-2. The 0-1 from Jesse Smith is pulled between first and second, but it hits Gaetti on his way to second base, and that'll end the inning. We'll give Devin Day credit for the put out, and Stewart gets credit for a base hit, but a base hit ends the third inning. No runs for the Drillers on 2 base hits, and they strand 1 man. Again, Joe Gaetti hit by that hard ground ball. Otherwise, Stewart had a clean base hit to right field. So we'll go into the 4th inning, still tied. Travelers 2 and the Drillers 2 on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
You signaled your turn. You merged without cutting anyone off. You stopped because the light was red. Through rain and sleet, through dark of night, 365 1/4 days a year, you drive safely. Now Allstate rewards you for being the hero you are. Introducing the Safe Driving Bonus. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, Allstate will give you an extra bonus. Actual cash off your renewal bill. That's on top of any discount you've already received. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stands. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can start earning your safe driving bonus the day you sign up. Feature is optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Get out today and hit the links. Stone Links. Stone Links Golf Course is rated as one of the best public courses in the state. Sporting beautiful bent grass greens, plus lush fairways and tees. Stone Links has matured over the past 3 years into a true test of golf. Stone Links features reasonable green speed and 18 lake-style holes located 1 mile off I-440 on Faulkner Lake Road. Call 945-0945 for Stone Links or visit online at stonelinks.net.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Getting into the top of the 4th inning here at Driller Stadium. 2-2 score. Travelers will start with Greg Porter, then Bobby Wilson and Jason Espino. Clarifying that scoring call from the last play at the bottom of the 3rd, Ian Stewart is credited with a base hit, and so the Drillers collect their 4th base hit. But Gaetti, who was hit by that ground ball, since he was closest to Greg Porter, it is Porter that gets credit for the putout at first base, and not Devin Day. But the scorebook, the rule book says the batter hits a batted ball before it gets past the infield and the batter gets a base hit and the runner is out. Porter waves and misses at the first pitch for a strike. It'll be Porter, Wilson, and Espino versus Mark Kaiser. 0-1 to the left-hander, and Porter takes it right down Broadway. Strike 2. Greg's fly ball in the 2nd inning was dropped at the left field warning track by Gaetti. Here's an 0-2. A little number foul goes after that slow breaking ball. Although Porter would not be the man that scored in that 2nd inning on the Espino homer because of Gaetti's drop fly ball, both runs in the 2nd unearned. The 0-2 grounded to second base for an ear, picks it up cleanly and throws Porter out. Here are the totals through 3 innings. The Travs, 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error. Arkansas leaving just a couple of men on base. And Tulsa, 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. Also 2 men stranded. Mark Kaiser has pitched 3 1/3 innings for the Drillers. Former 10th round pick, allowing 2 hits, 2 runs unearned. He has walked 1, struck out 2. Bobby Wilson at the plate and a curveball for a strike on the inside corner. Kaiser last year, full season at Single-A Modesto in 01. Wilson hits it high, deep down the left field line. That'll hook and go foul next to the Arkansas bullpen. Strike 2. 7 wins for Kaiser last year, second highest in his career. A 4.45 earned run average, but allowed a 3.12 batting average against, right around the batting average he's allowed this season, 3.16. Wilson down to the count 0-2. Hit a tapper to the mound in the second, and this 0-2 is grounded straight to short. Tulowitzki plenty of time, and he sidearms across for out number 2. Wilson 0 for 2 to bring up Jason Espedo. Espedo continues to pound the baseball. Game-winning hit yesterday and a 2-run homer today. Espedo quietly putting together an all-star caliber season, though he did not make the North Division squad. Here's a pitch, and Espedo takes low ball 1. Espedo now with 11 home runs on the year, ranking 6th in the league. He's hit 4 homers in his last 10 games. The 1-0 right down Broadway, strike 1. Good to see Espedo fully healthy this year. If you've watched Espedo the last couple of years, you haven't seen him fully healthy. Pulls his pitch foul towards the right side. And the count 1-2. Espedo, for the most part, has had knee troubles throughout his career, which has led to various other ailments. Which means Espedo just hasn't been able to play a full season in a couple of years. 1-2 pitch to Jason. Swing and a foul ball again outside first. Jason playing in his 52nd game this year. He only played in 52 games last year. Knee ailment caused him to sit out all season until the halfway point. Pitch in the dirt, and that'll make it 2-2. The year before, Espedo managed to play in 89 games. The last full season, Espedo played 2003 with Rancho Cucamonga when he hit 12 home runs, a career high. 2-2 pitch, fouled back. So with just one more home run, Espedo will match his best season power-wise in about half the time. Base is empty, 2 outs and a 2-2 from Kaiser. Fouled again. Espedo going after a high changeup. He was so far in front of it that he hit the top of the ball and smacked it off his foot. Real battle here. That's the 7th pitch that they've sent towards Espedo here in this 4th inning appearance. Another 2-2 in the dirt. Nice eye, ball 3. David Gates in the on-deck circle. Espedo 3 for 10 in the series, striking out 3 times, but also that home run of the second. Here's a payoff from Kaiser, and it's fouled back into the net. Espedo jammed on the fists with that fastball, and we'll do it all over again. 9 pitches between Kaiser and Espedo, and Jason has fouled off 5 of them. 1 walk and 2 strikeouts for the right-hander. Here's another payoff, and Espedo pops it up behind the plate. Ianetta takes off the mask, tosses it away, but that is into the seats about 7 rows. Jason trying to keep this 4th inning alive and give Gates a chance. Second baseman Bernier deep. Here's Kaiser's next 3-2. Tapper over the mound. Tulowitzki will grab it in back of second. From the right side of the base, he throws Espedo out, and that'll end the 4th inning. And you get a shortstop picking up a ball on the second base side of second base, you got a kid with some range. Travs go down in order in the 4th, sending us to the bottom of the 4th. 2-2 score with Arkansas and Tulsa here on Air America, Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Want to buy a new car? Take a dream vacation, remodel your home, or finance just about anything? You can use the equity in your home to make it happen. Right now, Arkansas Federal Credit Union has a home equity line of credit with a 4-month fixed rate as low as 4.5% annual percentage rate with absolutely no fees. Plus, it's easier than ever to access your home equity loan using Arkansas Federal's Visa Platinum credit card. No checks, no hassles. Apply online at afcu.org or call 982-1000.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell.
My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space.
I would not.
Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense.
Zero is for the 0 calories.
Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that?
I wish I could speculate on that, sir.
The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories. For 30 seasons, Jim Elder was the radio voice of the Arkansas Travelers. Fans knew him as the human encyclopedia of sports knowledge from baseball to horse racing to football. Jim knew it all, but Jim Elder was about much more than sports. He also loved to help kids, and that's why his friends and family started the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund. The fund helps organizations that teach kids about life through sports like Park, RBI Baseball at Lamar Porter Field, the First Tee, Arkansas Sheriff's Youth Ranch, and kids clinics with the Arkansas Travelers. Jim Elder's legend will live on in Arkansas through the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund. See them online at jimelder.org.
Faithfully chronicling the Bush administration implosion.
Air America Little Rock.
1380 KDXE North Little Rock.
Starts allowing just 4 hits in 12 innings and a couple of runs. Starting for the Travs tomorrow in his second AA appearance will be Nick Green. Green was outstanding. Last Saturday, he was the starting pitcher that started this 4-game winning streak for Arkansas. And hopefully when Green comes back to pitch tomorrow, he'll try to make it a 6-game winning streak. We're tied here in the bottom of the 4th, 2-2. Drillers have had a 1-0 lead. Arkansas led 2-1 after the second, and the Drillers scored the last run on Joe Koshansky's leadoff homer in the second inning, which tied the game at its current score. Jesse Smith has given up 4 base hits over 3 innings. He has also struck out a pair and walked nobody. Leading off, Chris Ianetta, right-hand batting catcher, and Smith begins with a curve. Strike 1. Ianetta flied out to right field, ending the first inning, leaving a runner at third base. And he'll be followed by Joe Koshansky and Jordan Zarnicki. An 0-1 pitch. Ground ball towards third base. Matt Brown picks it up and will flip across the diamond to retire Ianetta. Checking some of the scores around the Texas League. Big games today in both divisions. Springfield and Wichita playing the third game of that series. The Wranglers have won 5 in a row. Springfield has dropped 3 straight, but still only 2 games out. They have a 0-0 score in the 4th inning. Wichita at the plate in the bottom of the 4th. And we'll get to the South Division scores in just a moment. Here's Koshansky, whose 14th homer of the season led off the second inning and tied it up. The pitch to the lefty is inside, ball 1. Koshansky has hit 4 home runs against the Travs and driven in 11. And this is the 12th game he's playing against Arkansas. Big lefty waiting. Smith's 1-0 is a little inside, ball 2. San Antonio attempting to win their 3rd straight. It's the Missions 1 and the Frisco Rough Riders 0. Top of the 3rd at the Wolf. Smith's 2-0 pitch. Koshansky takes a strike on the outside corner. Corpus Christi and Midland 0-0 there in the bottom of the 4th inning. Chance Douglas, starting pitcher for the Hooks, has not allowed Midland a base hit through 4 frames. 2-1 to Koshansky. Check swing, they'll appeal. Third base umpire says he did not go. That was a slider, down and in, ball 3. So Smith falling behind Koshansky 3-1. He's already walked twice this series. He pitched around twice yesterday. The 3-1 swing, a fly ball left field. Back is Peel. He has room. 10 feet in front of the track. He grabs it, and there's 2 away. Could see Koshansky trying to hit the ball to the opposite field, knowing that with that wind going out towards left and the short left field porch, there's a better chance of him hitting the ball out to left field than he would if he was hitting it to right. Even if Koshansky hits the ball solidly to right field, it's a tough time to get it out of the park for a left-hand batter who pulls. You go the opposite way here at Driller Stadium, you may have some more success. That time just got under the ball a little bit and a lazy fly out. 2 gone, no one on. Jesse Smith will try for his first perfect inning of the evening. Jordan Zarnicki is the batter, right-hander, and here's the first pitch. Fastball called strike 1. Zarnicki reached with his second base hit of this series, a little tapper to third base, an infield hit in the second inning. He is 2 for 11. And the 0-1 is a pulled ground ball to short, but cut off by Matt Brown at third. Fires across on the run and records the third and final out of the 4th inning. Jesse Smith, a 1-2-3-4th, and so we'll head to the 5th here at Driller Stadium. With the score, the Arkansas Travelers 2 and the Tulsa Drillers 2. You're listening to Traveler Baseball on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
My mother said, no daughter of mine is driving a truck. I'm an 18-wheeling, double-clutching lady truck driver. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing. BC powder is this trucker's best friend. My day starts at 4 a.m. and ends 12 hours later. Out here on the road, there's a million things that's happening at once. I take BC for stress headache, backache. I just can't pull over when my head's pounding. The reason I take BC is because it's fast and it works. I'm Carolyn from Asheboro, EMC, and my pain reliever is BC.
Use as directed.
AgPro knows your patient. You've had your eye on a certain green and yellow tractor for some time now. But here's a thought. Visit your local John Deere dealer for an innocent test drive. Sit in that yellow seat and feel that rugged quality. Then run the numbers. You may find you've underrated the value of a John Deere and overrated the value of patience. After all, nothing runs like a Deere. Test drive the John Deere of your choice today at AgPro Central Arkansas, 10504 Maumelle Boulevard, North Little Rock.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Moving to the top of the 5th inning here at Driller Stadium with the sun beginning to set past the third base seat. The sliver of sunlight is left, going from shallow left field out to the right field wall. David Gates leads off in the 5th inning against Mark Kaiser, and a string of 4 consecutive batters set down. And the first pitch right down the middle for a called strike. Gates, the 8-hitter, struck out in the 2nd inning. Devin Day is on deck, and then to the top of the order with Dwayne Bacon. In 0-1, swing and a miss on the breaking pitch, 0-2. Kaiser set down the first 4 batters he faced, and has now set down 4 in a row. Both Arkansas runs coming in the 2nd on a home run by Jason Espedo. 0-2 to David Gates. Swing and a miss, and he becomes a strikeout victim number 3 for Mark Kaiser, and the second time Gator has gone down swinging. Take a look at some of the major league scores. Finals out of the National and American League. You got a final in Milwaukee. The Brewers beat San Diego 4-3. Bill Hall with a game-winning hit. A 10th inning home run, his 14th of the year. Derek Turnbow picks up the win. Pitch a strike to Devin Day on the outside corner. Day lined out to left field in the 3rd inning. Turnbow 3-3 with the victory. Did not blow a save. It came on in the 10th. Day, a broken bat, ground ball foul outside first. That bat broke right down the middle of the bat from the top to the knob. And most of the bat ended up in front of the pitcher's mound. So Day will go get a new piece of lumber from Brandon Wood. Comes out with 2 bats, says pick one. Final out of Seattle. The Minnesota Twins beat the Mariners 7-3. Johan Santana picking up his 6th victory. Joel Pinheiro was the losing pitcher, falling to 5-6. So Seattle's modest 3-game winning streak comes to a close. Day back up to the plate with an 0-2 count. Kaiser has sent down 5 in a row. Here's the pitch. Line drive caught by Stewart at third base. The force of the line drive almost knocked Stewart back from his knees, but he was able to hold on to it. And Devin Day has hit the ball hard twice and has nothing to show for it. That's 6 in a row set down by Mark Kaiser. Here's Dwayne Bacon, still looking for his first base hit of the series. He's 0 for 9 after 2 hitless trips today. Pitch on the way from Kaiser, and Bacon will take a called strike. Got another final in the American League. Oakland beat Cleveland 4-1. Esteban Loaiza, his first win as an Oakland A, and Houston Street saving his 11th. Just a little outside to Bacon, 1-1. Oakland won that ball game by 3 runs, but they out-hit Cleveland 15-5. Kaiser's 1-1 pitch. Bacon will tap it over third, a base hit to left field, right in front of Joe Gaetti. So Bacon will hold with a 2-out single, his first base hit of the series. So the top base stealer in the Texas League is aboard, representing the tying run. It might be a good time to run. Bacon, 18 steals, caught 5 times, including once yesterday. Pitched to Peel, hit into left field, but right to Gaetti. He's there to make the catch. So the Travs unable to score here in the 5th inning. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. Halfway through tonight's game at Tulsa, it's the Travelers 2 and the Drillers 2 on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KZXE.
You know, to become the best barbecue restaurant in Little Rock, it takes dedicated people like us here at the Pig and Chick that are willing to wake up with the pigs to make sure that we bring home the best of the best in them hogs. Now, it's not the job for everyone, but you got to do what you got to do to make sure that every day is the best dang hog day ever. And here at the Pig and Chick, it's always the best. We slow cook our barbecues daily, making sure that it's lip-hugging good. Heck, we're known as the Great American Barbecue House here in Little Rock. We're also known around these parts as having the best dang catfish anywhere. So no matter what you're in the mood for, ribs, catfish, chicken, here at Pig and Chick, you'll always get the best meal in town. So come join us for lunch, dinner, or even let us cater your next event. Here at Pig and Chick, we take catering seriously, and we're going to make sure that your event is a huge success.
Pig in or pig out at Pig and Chick, located at 7824 JFK in Sherwood. Call us for takeout at 834-5456. And it's the same number for catering, 834-5456. Here at Pig and Chick, people start pigging out at 10:30 a.m. daily and don't stop till 9 p.m. Oh, by the way, did I mention the catfish?
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller can call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Travs 2, Drillers 2. Arkansas hasn't scored since the 2nd inning, and neither has the Drillers. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, Judd Thigpen, Doug Bernier, and Troy Tulowitzki against Jesse Smith. Smith has thrown 50 pitches over 4 innings and retired the side in order last time out. Thigpen, right-hand batter. Here's a pitch. And in there for a strike with a curveball, 0-1. Thigpen's first at-bat over the last 6 games coming in the 2nd inning. Bounced into a 1-6-3 double play. The 0-1 from Jesse Smith to Thigpen. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 2nd year in the Texas League for Thigpen. It's been a tough year. Hitting only .214, 4 home runs, 17 RBIs. 1-1 pitch on the way from Smith. Thigpen swings and misses from the heels on a fastball, strike 2. When the Travs saw Thigpen in the playoffs last year, he homered in 3 straight games. But still, the Travs had enough to come back and beat the Drillers in 3 straight. The 1-2 is in the dirt, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Thigpen started part of the starting outfield for the Drillers earlier this year. His playing time falling off a little bit, especially with that hand injury, causing him to miss the last 6 games. Smith has struck out 2. Thigpen doesn't strike out too much. The pitch Fouled back. Jesse Smith has been a bit of a hard luck pitcher this year for the Travs. Given a couple of decent starts during this 5-game losing streak, but still nothing to show. 2-2, right off the outside corner, ball 3. Smith lost 6-0 to the Frisco Rough Riders on May 23rd. Gave up 3 earned runs in 6 innings. Payoff to Big Pen, swinging a pop-up out of play. That'll get to the second deck. And still a full count to start this inning. 2 starts ago, Smith allowing only 1 run over the first 5 innings against Midland, and then gave up 4 runs in the 6th. 6th inning's been a problem inning for Jesse recently. Another 3-2. Big Pen lines up the middle and into center for a base hit. Dwayne Bacon over to the left field gap to cut it off. Big Pen is the 4th leadoff batter to reach base for the Tulsa Drillers. Tulowitzki reached on an error in the first inning. Koshansky homer to start the second. Tulowitzki singled to begin the third, and now Big Pen leads off the 5th with Tulsa's 6th base hit. Here's Bernier. 3 for his last 29. May expect a sacrifice bunt. Brown does. He's up at third a little. Smith sets and delivers. There goes the runner. Swing a ground ball up the middle. Wood backhands next to second. Steps for the out. Fires the first. Double play. Even with the hit and run, the Drillers still can't stay out of the double play against Arkansas. And Thigpen stays at second base. He thought he might have beaten Wood to the bag, but Brandon fielded that ball maybe a foot and a half, maybe 2 feet to the left of second base. So he just reached out with that left foot, stepped on the bag, and completes the double play. 6-3. 25th double play Arkansas has turned against Tulsa. Here's Troy Tulowitzki standing in with nobody on and 2 outs. The first pitch is grounded to Wood at short. Picks that one up cleanly. Quickly fires for the final out. So a leadoff single goes nowhere for the Drillers. A double play and a ground out would all end to the 5th inning. And so we go to the 6th, still tied. The Travelers 2, the Drillers 2. On Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
An accident involving a large truck can cause a lot of damage. If you're injured, you need a law firm that knows what they're doing. And while facts differ and results vary, we got a verdict as large as $12.5 million in a single tractor-trailer case. Put this experience on your side. Call us at Gary Eubanks & Associates. We'll win your case, or you don't owe us a dime.
1, 2, 3.
We're at the supermarket checking out shopping lists.
Oh, here's mine.
Let's see. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, do I win?
Well, actually, you probably lose.
What?
Lose inches.
Oh.
These studies show that people following a proper reduced-calorie diet that included 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt every day had better weight loss results and trimmed more from their waistline than if they just cut calories alone. So eat 3 cool, creamy servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt a day.
Wow, I consider that a win.
Have you had your 3 today?
Want to buy a new car? Take a dream vacation, remodel your home, or finance just about anything? You can use the equity in your home to make it happen. Right now, Arkansas Federal Credit Union has a home equity line of credit with a 4-month fixed rate as low as 4.5% annual percentage rate with absolutely no fees. Plus, it's easier than ever to access your home equity loan using Arkansas Federal's Visa Platinum credit card. No checks, no hassles. Apply online at afcu.org or call 982-1000.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Heading into the 6th inning here at Tulsa. Motoring through the first 5 innings at Triller Stadium. Bill Elson with you on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE. Leading it off is Brandon Wood. And a pitch from Mark Kaiser backs him away, ball 1. Wood turning a double play last inning. Might have been disputed, but a call was made. We'll take it. Wood 1 for 2. Here's the pitch from Kaiser. Hanging breaking ball, and Wood takes a strike, 1-1. Brandon a foul out of the first and a single in the third inning. Kaiser quickly working with a 1-1. Wood takes low. Brandon's 13 homers, now third in the league. His 43 RBIs are fourth in the Texas League. Before you know it, he's going to be hitting 300. The 2-1 pitch inside, ball 3. Matt Brown on deck, then Greg Porter. Kaiser has set down 7 of the last 8 hitters. 3-1 delivery to Wood. Ball 4 up high, and that's the first walk since the third inning for Mark Kaiser. Second overall, bringing up Matt Brown. Big league scores that are currently in progress. Texas Rangers are walloping Kansas City 10-4. And still batting in the top of the third inning with 7 runs scoring. Texas has the bases loaded with only 1 out for Ian Kinsler, who has already hit a 3-run homer today and has a chance for a granny. Brown is 0 for 2 and a pitch to Matt. Swing and a miss. High fastball right by him. Other American League scores, the Boston Red Sox are leading at Yankee Stadium 7-3. Jason Varitek a home run, his 6th. The New Yorkers have hit 3 homers, Bernie Williams, Johnny Damon, and Robbie Cano. Kaiser hanging the right arm down, gets the sign, no outs. Wood leads away. 0-1 pitch to Brown is low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Toronto at Baltimore, 6th inning, 3-2 Orioles. Middle of the 5th on the south side, and the Chicago White Sox and the Tigers tied 2-2. Former Traveler Placido Polanco homered for the second time for the Tigers. Paul Konerko, number 16, for the world champion White Sox. Toss to first base. Wood back in there. Philadelphia at Washington, 5-2. The Nats leading in the 7th inning. Another home run by Alfonso Soriano, his 23rd. Only 1 behind Albert Pujols for the league lead. Brown waiting for a 1-1 pitch. Kaiser set, kick, steal. Look out, Brown will back away from a brush ball. 1-2. Cincinnati over the Cubbies, bottom of the 8th inning, 5-1 in Cincy. Ryan Friel, David Ross, and Brandon Phillips have homered for the Reds. Tony Womack hits a home run for the Cubbies, his first as a Chicago Cub. Ianetta on the hill talking with Kaiser. Give us a chance to let you know the Braves and the Astros tied 1-1 in the 5th inning. Solo homers for each run. Jeff Brancourt in the top of the 4th for the Braves, his 12th. Lance Berkman hit number 17 in the bottom of the 1st inning for the Astros, his 17th. Brown back into the plate, 2-1 the count. 2-2 score here in the 6th inning. Wood leads from first. Here's the pitch. Pulled ground ball foul into the screen, and it's 2-2. El Duque taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks tonight in Phoenix. Met. It'll be the 3rd start for El Duque as a Met. He'll take on Claudio Vargas. Pittsburgh and the Giants in San Francisco. Zach Duke and Matt Cain will be the pitchers. Barry Bonds probably will not be playing against his former team. Back to the stretch, Kaiser ready. The pitch to Brown is side. Stewart off the line, flips to second. Bernier to first. Double play. And the Travs get a little taste of their own medicine as it goes 5-4 to 3. The first double play the Drillers have turned in this ball game. Now, we haven't seen many double plays turned by the Drillers in this series or against the Travs all year. 2 outs, no one on for Greg Porter. The Angels, by the way, it was a day to be a former Traveler yesterday at Tampa, where Kendry Morales and Mike Napoli each hit a home run. Napoli a 3-run shot in the 4th inning. And the Angels went on to beat Tampa 6-2. Jared Weaver, 6 innings for his 3rd win as a major leaguer. Porter shattered back grounder up the middle. Tulowitzki gloves him back to second. Shortstop fires to first for the final out of the 6th inning. And we continue to motor through. No runs, no hits, no one left for the Travs. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning already. 2-2 ball game with Arkansas and Tulsa on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
It takes teamwork to be able to reach new goals in today's complex business environment. Each one of us should strive to be a step ahead and know how to compete in a rapidly changing world. The ITT Tech School of Business is about helping people prepare for the challenges of a competitive world. ITT Technical Institute School of Business. Education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
What if there were no bad drivers? What if everyone always followed the speed limit? What if 10-car pileups didn't exist? In a world like that, we'd all be better off. It's why Allstate is introducing 2 incentives to drive safe. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, you'll get cash off your renewal bill with a safe driving bonus. And for every year of safe driving, you'll get $100 off your deductible with deductible rewards. Another year, another $100 off, up to $500. But it's not just about saving money. Safe driving also saves lives. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stand. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can get $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Deductible rewards apply to collision coverage. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Moving on to the bottom of the 6th inning, and the lights just now starting to take their effect here at Driller Stadium. A reminder, Traveler fans, that the Travs are on the road until Thursday, June the 15th. We're back in town to start a 4-game homestand, Thursday, June 15th through Sunday, June the 18th. Starting off our All-Star celebration Friday, June 16th with an All-Star cap to the first 1,000 paid adults courtesy of Arkansas Federal Credit Union and Comcast. If you're looking to go to the lake or perhaps down to the Riviera this baseball season, you'll want to come to the ballpark on Saturday, June 17th, as it is 100th season Travs beach towels to the first 1,000 paid adults, courtesy of Mountain Valley Water, Snapple, and KARK. Yes, it's such a high-quality beach towel we could only afford 100 of them. Now, they're 1,000 beach towels to adults Saturday, June 17th. And watch KRK these days because it's going to be a commercial of Bill Valentine laying on a towel. Here's Seth Smith to lead off the 6th inning. Jesse Smith delivers, and Smith a little foul ball off to the third base side. Strike one. 2-2 score. At the outset of this ballgame, it looked like it was going to be a slugfest. There were 2 homers hit over the first 2 innings. Joe Koshansky for the Drillers, Jason Espedo for the Travs. And we had all of our 4 runs scored over the first 2 innings. But last 3.5 frames, nothing doing. Smith 1 for 2 with a double, left-hand batter. Jesse's 0-1 pitch inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Smith has retired 5 of 6 batters faced with a double play in between in innings 4 and 5. 1-1 pitch. Smith pulls to second. Devin Day fields it clean in the midsection. Flips to first for the out. And that'll bring up Joe Gaetti. Of course, fans, we've got the Texas League All-Star game on Tuesday, June 20th. You want to get to the ballpark early because there is all kinds of merriment and fun to be had for you and the family at Ravender Field. Ball game starts at 7:10, but the home run derby begins at 6 o'clock. We'd expect the gates to open around 5. Brought to you by Arkansas Federal Credit Union. Gaetti, the batter, 0 for 2, right-hander. Jesse fires a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. John Kruk will be in attendance at the All-Star game on June the 20th. He'll be meeting fans, probably signing autographs. 0-1 pitch. Gaetti backs away inside, 1-1. $8 for all ages in the box seats, $6 adults, $3 kids 14 and under for GA seats for the All-Star game. 1-1 to Gaetti is a strike at the knees. He does not agree. Strike 2. Nobody on base. Smith to sit down 3 in a row. Jesse winds and deals. Gaetti takes way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Smith trying a slider. Haven't seen too many big hooks from Jesse Smith. More throwing the slider as his breaking pitch today. 2-2 count. The pitch on the way. Fouled back. A little late swing by Gaetti. Both pitchers working very quickly here. There's been hardly any time for music in between pitches. And that's just a shame. Smith lifts the leg, delivers. Chopper to Brown. He'll wait for the second bounce, backhanded, load up and fire to get Gaetti at first base. 2 away here in the 6th inning to bring up Ian Stewart. So Jesse Smith has given the Travs a start that they more or less expect from Jesse Smith to go 6 innings and at least keep the team in the ball game. Travs fielding has been perfect ever since Brandon Wood muffed the first play of the game. Wood, by the way, has taken part in 2 double plays today. Here's Ian Stewart. Stewart 1 for 2 with a base hit of the 3rd inning that hit his base runner between first and second base. Gaetti got out of the way of that hard grounder. Stewart was awarded a hit, but Gaetti was out for the final out of the frame. It's a strike from Jesse Smith on the outside corner. Brown plays off the line. Bacon shades towards right a little bit. And Jesse Smith nods in agreement with Bobby Wilson. The target goes at the knees inside corner, and the 0-1 is inside. Nightfall started to settle in here to Driller Stadium. The lights slowly taking their full effect. We still have some blue skies up above. The horizon begins to get a little hazy. We look out to the northeast from Driller Stadium. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Stewart fouls it off his foot. Strike 2. This area in Tulsa, known as the Fairground, took a pretty hard hit from a giant wind burst that blew through Tulsa before Tuesday's game. It blew through about 5 in the morning Tuesday with 90-mile-an-hour winds. It knocked out a lot of power lines, trees, and power to the entire Fairgrounds area, but we still played baseball Tuesday night as the power company got the electricity turned back on, and the Travs hit a home run. Aaron Peel, first pitch. 1-2 on the way to Ian Stewart. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Jesse Smith with strikeout number 3 in his second perfect inning of the evening. Down go the Drillers in order. 6 innings are in the books as it go to the 7th. It's the Travs 2 and the Drillers 2 on Air America Little Rock 1380 KDXE.
Make your plans now to see the best racing under the lights at Texas Motor Speedway, June 8th, 9th, and 10th. You won't want to miss another incredible finish like this one from 2002.
Here we come once again. It's going to hit the line. The winner's going to be Sam Ornick Jr. by 96 thousandths of a second.
The Oak Creek Homes qualifying day for the IRL and the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series will be Thursday, June 8th. And on Friday, June 9th, David Starr, Dennis Setzer, Todd Boda, and the rest of the Craftsman Truck Series will go door to door and heat up the asphalt in the Samstown 400. But the weekend would not be complete without the fearless drivers of the Indy Racing League at speeds over 200 miles per hour in the Bombardier Learjet 500 Saturday night, June 10th. Could it be Dan Weldon, Sam Hornish Jr., Tony Kanaan, or Danica Patrick claiming the Texas victory? Don't miss the action under the lights. Call 817-215-8500 or visit TexasMotorspeedway.com. Texas Motor Speedway, celebrating 10 years strong.
Do you have an interest in broadcasting, enjoy baseball, and are looking for a part-time job opportunity? Well, maybe we have what you're looking for. KDXE AM 1380 is the home for Arkansas Travelers baseball, and we need to add to our staff of board operators for Travelers games. Your responsibility will involve the process of putting Arkansas Travelers games on the air. The work schedule includes weeknights and weekends shared with other staff board operators. No experience in broadcasting is necessary, and learning our system for game broadcasts is easy. If you're interested, give us a call at 501-221-1380. That's 501-221-1380.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Heading into the top of the 7th inning here at Driller Stadium. We have played 6 innings in 1 hour and 30 minutes. And that just means that the next 3 innings and then the extra innings are going to take 4 more hours. Wish I never even said anything. Phil Elson with you here as we go into the 7th inning. The totals: Arkansas 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, only 3 men left. For the Drillers, it's 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left. Bobby Wilson starts off the 7th for the Travs against Mark Kaiser, throwing only 79 pitches. Pitch to Wilson, half swing, foul ball, back into the screen, strike 1. So Kaiser going into the 7th inning here, and he has pitched at least 6 or 7 innings in all of his last 7 starts. So he has been dependable to get into the 7th, and in fact hasn't allowed an earned run in the 7th inning this year, but he hasn't gone to the 8th yet. But he's only thrown 80 pitches now, so unless the Travs start to hit against him, Kaiser's going to go for a while. 0-1 to Wilson, swing and a miss. High fastball, strike 2. Wilson is 0 for 2. Fielder's choice to the pitchers now to the 2nd, and a ground out to shortstop in the 4th. Speedo and Gates will follow. Kaiser going for strikeout number 4, but as he went into the glove, Wilson backs out of the plate. Both traveler runs coming on one swing of the bat, a 2-run homer by Jason Speedo in the 2nd. 0-2 pitch from Kaiser. Wilson hits it high but shallow into left. It's Gaetti coming in, giving way to Zarnicki, the center fielder, to make the catch for out number 1. And Wilson 0 for 3. The 2 driller runs coming in the 1st and 2nd inning against Jesse Smith. Tulowitzki reaching on a fielding error by Brandon Wood. He would go to 3rd on a Seth Smith double and score on Ian Stewart's ground out. The last Tulsa run came on Joe Koshansky's 2nd inning leadoff homer. Here's a Speedo, a pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Shallow center. It's Bernier, the second baseman. Tulowitzki from short calling it. Dead center by about 15 feet. He makes the catch, and that's the 2nd out. That's the 4th traveler batter to be retired on one pitch. But then again, Speedo hit that 2-run homer on the first pitch he saw in the 2nd inning. Now it's David Gates, who is 0 for 2, whiffing both times. And a pitch on the way from Kaiser, fouled back, strike 1. So Gates 0 for his last 11. Coming after a 4-game stretch where he had 8 hits, including 3 home runs. No one on for Gator, 2 outs in the 0-1. Hit him, got him on his left hip. And so Kaiser puts the go-ahead run on base with 2 outs. There's the 3rd traveler hit by a pitch over 2 games. And the 5th time that Kaiser's hit a batter, but Gates, a bit of a baseball magnet, 7th time he's been hit. 9-batter Devin Day has hit the ball solidly twice, but has not been on base yet. He lined to left field in the 3rd. And lined out to 3rd baseman Stewart back in the 5th inning. Pitch today, popped up, shallow center again. Tulowitzki going out into left center, but Zarnicki calls off, comes behind Tulowitzki and makes the catch. And the 7th inning comes to a close for Arkansas. No runs, hits, or errors. One man stranded. They'll stretch him here at Driller Stadium with the score: the Travelers 2 and the Drillers 2. This is Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
He's been a sports anchor on TV. He's reported on games of the Kansas City Chiefs. He hosts NFL postgame shows week after week. But he still hasn't quit his day job. Gordon Docking is the Chief Executive Officer of St. Mary's Hospital in suburban Kansas City. He's distinguished himself nationally as an innovator in healthcare, impacting the design of the hospitals of tomorrow. But before he was CEO, he was a master's degree student at Webster University. Today, he's an achiever in many walks of life. I'm Bob Costas, member of the board of Webster University. All Webster campuses around the world share the same belief. Education is more than just a degree. It's real knowledge for real-world success.
Hitting on the way, and you can catch the Travs online at www.travs.com. The Arkansas Travelers have one of minor league baseball's most user-friendly websites with easy access to Travs game stories, up-to-date stats, and Texas League standings. You'll be informed about the Travs online at travs.com. Purchase tickets, Travs souvenirs, listen to the game. Hey, if you could buy hot dogs and popcorn on the website, it'd be like coming to the old ballpark. See us online, www.travs.com.
Liberal progressive radio. It's kind of like a dream come true. Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDX North Little Rock.
Moving on into the bottom of the 7th inning here at Tulsa. Travs and the Drillers, 2-2 score, moving right along. Jesse Smith has completed his warm-up. And he'll be going up against the 5, 6, and 7 batters for the Drillers. Starting with Chris Ianetta, who has gone 0 for 2. Smith over 6 innings has struck out 3 batters, walked none. He has also allowed 6 base hits, including 1 homer, but had a couple of double plays turned behind him. He's working on a string of 5 consecutive batters retired. And he's also set down 8 of 9. Ianetta has flied to right field and grounded out. Right-hand batter. 1 for 6 in the series. Smith eyes the sign from Bobby Wilson, lines, and throws to the plate a fastball for a called strike. Now, the other Texas League games, you got another one moving along quickly. Midland 1, Corpus Christi nothing in the 7th inning at Whataburger Field. The 0-1 to Ianetta. Check swing, they'll appeal. Strike 2, said the first base umpire. 0-2. Travis Buck, a solo homer for the Hounds in the 7th inning, his second home run since coming up from single A. And Midland has only recorded 2 base hits off of Chance Douglas. Here's an 0-2 to Ianetta. Inside, a fastball. San Antonio leads Frisco 1-0 in the 5th inning. And Springfield has a 3-0 advantage at Wichita in the 5th. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning, a 2-2 score. Jesse Smith 1-2. Ianetta swings and pulls it foul into the Arkansas dugout. So you got a day in the Texas League where it seems we've got pitchers duels everywhere. Certainly this has been a pitcher's duel. Mark Kaiser and Jesse Smith are the stars of this ball game. Smith looking to end a personal 5-game losing streak. And now the 1-2 pitch to Ianetta outside. Tulsa's strength today has been getting leadoff men on base. 4 out of 6 have reached. 2 of them have scored. Smith has set down 2 of the last 3 leadoff batters. 2-2 pitch in the dirt, ball 3. That's the 80th pitch thrown by Smith today. He's on a pitch count of about 110. Hasn't walked anybody yet. Payoff comes. Ianetta swings, grounds it foul. Went after a fastball that may have been a little bit inside, and swinging at that pitch, he got sawed off. He'll go get a new piece of lumber. Traveler baseball here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Arkansas winning 4 consecutive games. Playing their best baseball of the season because it's been a total team effort, meaning the hitters, the fielders, and the pitchers. Travs have had some outstanding work out of the bullpen recently. And Jesse Smith has been positive to make sure the pen hasn't had to work yet. Ianetta comes back up to the plate with a brand new bat. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Smith comes home. Ianetta lines a base hit to right field. Base hit number 7 for Tulsa. Soft line drive in front of Jason Espino. Leadoff man aboard for the 5th time for the Drillers. And now Joe Koshansky will come up to the plate. Smith will go from the stretch for the first time since the 5th inning. Koshansky has flied to left field twice. 1 time got over the fence, and the last time caught by Aaron Peel. Tall left-hand batter, stands 6'4", and he's got Ianetta at first base with a short lead. Smith comes home with the first delivery and misses low with a slider, ball 1. 2 double plays today behind Smith. Koshansky, however, a fly ball hitter, but he has hit into 5 twin killings. Smith checks the runner as he comes set. And the 1-0 pitch. Outside, ball 2. Jordan Zarnicki on deck. Smith has had a nice taste to his evening here in Tulsa. Slowing things down to the moment. Throw to first base, and Ianetta is back. Both Smith and Kaiser, pitchers that apparently like to get into groove. They do not waste any time. More often than not, they'll throw a pitch, get the ball right back, get a sign, and throw another pitch. Stretch by Smith, the 2-0 to Koshansky is on the outside corner for a strike, 2-1. Actually crossed up Koshansky there with a changeup. Porter holding on Ianetta. Espedo a little closer in right field. The 2-1 pitch. Koshansky will take inside. Wilson snaps the throw to first base but couldn't pick off Ianetta. 3 balls, 1 strike. Smith has worked deep into the count in every at-bat against Koshansky. They went full in the second before Koshansky won the battle with a home run. Smith fell behind him 3-1 in the fourth before the flyout. Now he's ready with another 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing, a line drive to center. Bacon coming in. It falls in front of him. Base hit. Ianetta advances to second base. And the Drillers have 2 men aboard for the first time since the first inning. So Koshansky with his second base hit. Hard line drive right back up the box. The last time the Drillers had 2 men on base at the same time, it was in the first inning. Second and third, no outs. They managed only 1 run. This time, it's first and second, no outs. And the Travs will guard against a sacrifice bunt from Jordan Zarnicki. Put down 3 sacrifices this year. Brown up at third. Wood ready to cover from short. And the pitch, Zarnicki squares around, offers, misses, fired to second by Wilson, not in time. Tried to throw behind Ianetta. Ianetta was ready for it. 0-1 the count on Zarnicki as he offered and missed at that fastball. Just yesterday, in a position where the Drillers were trying to put down a sacrifice bunt in a spot just like this, Arkansas had on a play where Brandon Wood covers from shortstop to third base. Brown charges and flips to third. And they ended up turning a double play that went 5-6-3. Zarnicki shortens up the pitch. He bunts it. And this will move the runners up. Wilson has 1 play. Bare hands fires to first. And it is dropped by Devin Day. The throw is a little bit up the first base line. Everybody is safe. It'll be bases loaded for the Drillers and nobody out. That was a great bunt by Zarnicki. Brown had no play at third base. Neither did Smith. Now with Porter charging from first base, it was Day that covered. A charge and error on Day for not catching that throw from Wilson, but that was a tough throw. Threw it towards the runner, coming down the first base line, which means that Day had to reach into the runner to try to make that play. So it will be a sac bunt for Zarnicki, and the error goes on Devin Day. It's his second error. So the base is loaded, nobody out. Tough jam here for Jesse Smith. Judd Thigpen will stand in. The pitch is fouled off for strike 1. So the base is loaded for the first time today. Thigpen is 1 for 2. He singled to center in the 5th inning. Hit back to the mound to start a double play in the 2nd. Smith takes a look at the runners, delivers 0-1, and it's fouled back. Getting ahead 0-2 with a couple of sliders. Thigpen 0 for 1 with the bases loaded this year. The Drillers hitting only .239 as a team with the bases juiced. 2-2 score here in the 7th inning. The Drillers have a chance not just to take the lead, but to have a big inning. Let's play for 2 on the infield and forget about the force out at home unless it's back to the pitcher. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Thigpen took it in the dirt, ball 1. Ianetta single to right. Koshansky to center. Zarnicki reaches on the sacrifice bunt error. Porter now behind Zarnicki at first base. Normal depth the rest of the infield. Smith delivers the 1-2. Thigpen takes low. Doug Bernier on deck, then Tulowitzki. Bernier has been scuffling a lot, so there is a chance Smith could get out of the inning. 2-2 pitch. Inside. Right at the left wrist of Thigpen. That was the wrist that was hit last week that caused him to miss most of the last 6 games. So a 3-2 count. Smith has not walked a batter today. Payoff pitch. Thigpen reaches out and taps it down the right side. Foul. It was over Porter's head, but it was foul by a good 5 feet. So the runners back to their bases, and Thigpen stands back into the plate. Wipes off his bat under the crook of his arm. Smith wipes off his brow, takes a deep breath, looks into Bobby Wilson. Thigpen waving the bat as Smith sets. And another 3-2 pitch. Swing, a high fly left field. Heel is underneath it. And now he makes the catch. They'll send Ianetta from third base. Here comes the throw. It will not be in time. The other runners move up as well. So not only does Ianetta score from third base to give Tulsa a 3-2 lead, but on the throw home, Koshansky moves to third base and Zarnicki to second. Heel was trying to fake out the base runners by playing as if he did not see that ball coming down. But the Drillers never bought it. Ianetta beat that throw by about 4 feet. So Thigpen's sacrifice fly puts the Drillers in front. His 18th run batted in. Now the infield comes up with 1 out, and the Travs down by a run for Doug Bernier, who was 0 for 2. Right-hand batter with just 6 RBIs on the year. The pitch. Shows bunt. He got it down. Wilson will have to play it. He'll wheel around and throw to first. And they'll get the out at first base, but Koshansky scores on the suicide squeeze. Perfectly executed by Doug Bernier and Joe Koshansky. No other infielders were ready for that one. Neither was Jesse Smith, and none of them would have had a chance to make the play anyway. The ball was only 3 feet in front of the plate, but Koshansky got a good break from third base, and he scored with no problem. So actually there are 3 consecutive sacrifices here by the Drillers, with Ken Patterson out to the hill, bringing the entire infield in to talk with Smith on the mound. Drillers 4, Travelers 2. The Drillers started this inning with 2 consecutive singles, but then 3 straight sacrifices. Zarnicki sack bunt turned into an error by Day on the drop throw. Then Thigpen's sacrifice fly put the Drillers with the lead, and then Bernier's suicide squeeze. And for a team like the Travs, especially any Angels farm club that likes to play small ball, they at least have to tip their cap to the Drillers for playing the same kind of baseball. Would you expect to see a Colorado Rockies ball club laying down suicide squeezes? Well, maybe the new Rockies would do that. They're doing it here in the minors. Top of the order, Tulowitzki the batter, 1 for 3. The pitch from Smith is low ball 1. Travs still within striking distance, trailing by 2. And remember that the Drillers yesterday used their all-star closer Manny Corpas for the 9th and the 10th inning, so we should not expect to see him pitch today. A 1-0 on the way to Tulowitzki. Shows bunt. Bunts it foul. This is a very important at-bat for Jesse Smith. The bases had been loaded with nobody out. You do not want to allow all those 3 runners to score, especially the fact that this inning should be over. And it should just be a 1-run lead for the Drillers rather than 2 due to Day's drop throw at first. Tulowitzki is driven in 31. Smith's 1-1 pitch. Swing, a little looper to shallow center. Bacon coming in. He'll slide, and he'll catch it. And that ends the inning. Nice job by Bacon to keep it just a 2-run inning. 2 runs for the Drillers on 2 base hits. One very big error and one man left. So after 7 innings complete in Tulsa, the Drillers lead now 4-2 over the Travs on Air America Little Rock 1380 KDXE.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell.
My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space.
I would not.
Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense.
Zero is for the 0 calories.
Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that?
I wish I could speculate on that, sir.
The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Ameripride Services is the linen and apparel company to get your team into a professional uniform program. Ameripride features a wide range of high-quality custom programs for the manufacturing industry, hospitality and food service, medical or dental uniforms, and professional and executive wear. Call 664-5575 to schedule a presentation with an Ameripride consultant. Also specializing in the finest quality table linen, rental mats, and restroom services. Call 664-5575 for Ameripride, the official garment supplier of the Arkansas Travelers.
For 30 seasons, Jim Elder was the radio voice of the Arkansas Travelers. Fans knew him as the human encyclopedia of sports knowledge from baseball to horse racing to football. Jim knew it all, but Jim Elder was about much more than sports. He also loved to help kids, and that's why his friends and family started the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund. The fund helps organizations that teach kids about life through sports, like Park, RBI Baseball at Lamar Porter Field, the First Tee, Arkansas Sheriff's Youth Ranch, and kids clinics with the Arkansas Travelers. Jim Elder's legend will live on in Arkansas through the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund. See them online at jimelder.org.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Travs are behind the 8 ball here in the 8th inning, trailing by 2, 4-2 against Tulsa. 2-run rally for the Drillers in the 7th inning, rallying with the sacrifice. 2 sacrifice bunts, 1 sacrifice fly, and the Drillers ahead by 2. So here in the 8th inning, it's Dwayne Bacon against Mark Kaiser. Only 2 runs against Kaiser, both coming in the 2nd. They are unearned runs. 7 innings for Kaiser. He has not recorded 7 in the 3rd innings at all this year. And his first pitch of the inning is taken by Bacon for a strike. Bacon 1 for 3, singled in the 5th inning. He was also struck out and hit to the mound. Stewart just a little bit up at 3rd. The 0-1 on the outside corner for a called strike. That's the same pitch that Bacon was called out on in the 1st inning. Kaiser ready, looking for strikeout number 4. The pitch is up high. As we mentioned earlier, Kaiser has been a shoo-in for 7 innings. The 1-2 pitch. Bacon swings, pulls it to first, takes a bat hop. Koshansky snares it, runs to the bag, and he wins the race. Bacon is out by maybe a quarter of a step. Aaron Peel will come up now, and now it's 7 in the 3rd innings for Mark Kaiser, his longest start of the season. Now to the 2-hitter Peel. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. And the pitch on the way. Peel chops to 3rd, played by Stewart. Easy throw from the infield grass is in time. 2 quick outs here in the 8th inning, bringing up Brandon Wood. So Kaiser now is 7 2/3 innings. And I believe he has taken over the league lead in innings pitched. He has by 1 full inning over Matt Albers of Corpus Christi. Kaiser, the new league leader in innings pitched, goes against Brandon Wood, and the first pitch, a fastball for a strike. Well, this may be Wood's final at-bat of the game. He extended his hit streak in the 3rd inning with a single. 13 games in a row. 0-1 pitch. Popped up on the infield. Second pop-up for Wood today. Second baseman Bernier wants it from the infield grass. He's got it. Mark Kaiser has thrown 8 innings. He's only thrown 94 pitches. He'll come back out for the 9th. But we go to the bottom of the 8th first with Tulsa in front, 4-2. This is Arkansas Traveler Baseball on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Emergency emergency hotline. Can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir. What's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir. This is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a six-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry. It's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller, good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
AgPro knows your patient. You've had your eye on a certain green and yellow tractor for some time now. But here's a thought. Visit your local John Deere dealer for an innocent test drive. Sit in that yellow seat and feel that rugged quality. Then run the numbers. You may find you've underrated the value of a John Deere and overrated the value of patience. After all, nothing runs like a Deere. Test drive the John Deere of your choice today at AgPro Central Arkansas, 10504 Maumelle Boulevard, North Little Rock.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Jesse Smith will come back out for another inning. The last time that Jesse pitched against Mark Kaiser, it was a shortened game because it was a doubleheader game. Smith lost it. Pitching a six-inning complete game, and there's a chance he may lose this game on an eight-inning complete game. Seth Smith leads off against Jesse Smith. Seth Smith 1 for 3. Jesse's first pitch is fouled off Bobby Wilson, strike one. A couple of runs in the seventh for the Drillers, one earned, one unearned. Jesse Smith in 7 innings has given up 2 earned runs and 2 unearned runs. 8 base hits. He still hasn't walked a batter and has struck out 3. Jesse Smith has had some very strong starts. This is one of his better. It's still the Travs have only given him 2 runs and 3 hits of offense to work with. Smith back into the plate. Jesse finds one he likes from Bobby Wilson, winds up, and pitches to Smith. Fly ball to left field, hit it well. Aaron Peel going back on the warning track, leaping into the fence. He makes the catch. Nice job there by Peel in the gap in left center, going back against the wall and leaping. Not saving a home run, but definitely had to bring that ball in. Otherwise, it had easily been extra bases. Here's Joe Gaetti, 0 for 3. Right-hand batter trying to extend a hit streak to 6. Jesse Smith's first delivery. Swinging a high fly to center. There's Bacon waiting in the gap. Towards left, he'll make the catch. 2 outs. When the Travs come to the plate on the 9th inning, trailing at least by 2, they will have Matt Brown, Greg Porter, and Bobby Wilson due to bat. And here at Driller Stadium, you cannot see the bullpens, not just from the broadcast booth, but anywhere. The bullpens are located behind the grandstand, and so we don't know if anyone's warming up. I would not imagine. Somebody may warm up, but only if Mark Kaiser gets into any trouble is when they would see him come out to pitch. Ian Stewart, 1 for 3, the batter. The pitch to him is hit high down the left field line. Aaron Peel going after that ball and crosses the foul line, but runs out of room. It is out of play. Stewart's ground out in the first inning brought home Tulsa's first run. With a base hit in the 3rd inning when a ground ball hit a runner between first and second, and Stewart struck out in the 6th, which was the 3rd and last strikeout for Jesse Smith. Stewart comes back to the plate and checks to see if his bat was broken. And we're going to stand back in there. 4-2 Tulsa, bottom 8, 2 outs. Nobody on, and Stewart now stands in. Smith trying for his first 8-inning performance of the year. 0-1 pitch to Stewart inside. Meanwhile, Mark Kaiser, we expect to see him come out and pitch next inning. He's thrown 3 complete games in his career. The last one coming in 2004. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball jammed him, strike two. The Texas League has seen, let's see here, only 7 complete games. 2 thrown by Tulsa Stephen Register. Both of those games he's lost. 1-2 pitch to Stewart in the dirt, 2-2. Drillers have thrown 3 complete games. Juan Murillo, one of them. Register the other 2. The Travs this year have had only 1 complete game pitch. That was Jesse Smith. A 6-inning complete game on May 13th. Here's the 2-2 delivery to Stewart. Swing a fly ball to right center field. Hit it well. Dwayne Bacon going back. Warning track. Back pedals. Makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down in the 8th inning. Jesse Smith, 8 innings of very strong baseball. But the Travelers have managed only 2 runs over the first 8 innings. We'll go to the 9th with the Travs' 4-game winning streak on the line, trailing 4-2 on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KTXE.
At one time or another, we all want to change the world in which we live, make it a better place. Introducing the new ITT Tech School of Criminal Justice. At ITT Tech, we now teach the fundamentals of the criminal justice system, along with the technology to help respond to and prevent crime. ITT Technical Institute School of Criminal Justice. Education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell.
My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space.
I would not.
Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense.
0 is for the 0 calories.
Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that?
I wish I could speculate on that, sir.
The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller, good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Last chance for the Travs, and surprisingly, Stu Cole goes to his closer, Manny Corpas, who threw 2 innings yesterday. It was only the 3rd time all season that Corpas has thrown 2 full innings. He was virtually unhittable yesterday, as Arkansas sent 7 men to the plate against him, only 1 reached. Travs won that game anyway. Corpas pitched the 9th and the 10th. But Corpas is the best reliever in the Texas League this year. He's been dominating. Batters hitting only 190 against him. His ERA 117. Corpas is going for his 17th save. He is 16 for 19 in save chances, and is the league leader in saves by 2 over Mark Worrell. Greg Porter will follow Matt Brown. Brown leading off 0 for 3. Corpas, a very hard thrower from the right side, delivers to Brown. Matt takes a strike at the knees. Mark Kaiser threw 94 pitches over 8 innings. Allowed only 3 hits and 2 runs, both unearned. He walked a couple batters, struck out 3, and hit 1 man. Brown topped out, flied out, and hit into a double play. 0-1 pitch is a strike again on the outside corner, 0-2. And I mentioned Corpas went to 2 innings yesterday. It hadn't been since, well, actually the first game he pitched this year that he threw 2 innings. It's been very rare that he's had to go over 1 inning, but again, it is surprising to see him come out and pitch today. 0-2 delivery. Brown swings and misses, and on 3 pitches, he strikes out. 31st strikeout for Corpas in 31 innings. He's walked just 3 batters. Corpas will be given the opportunity to close at the Texas League All-Star game if the North Division takes the lead into the ninth. Here's Greg Porter. Porter is 0 for 3, reaching on a drop fly ball in the second inning. Corpas from the stretch is pitched. Fastball low. Manuel Corpas stands 6'3", weighs 205 pounds. He's from Panama City, Panama. Just been converted into a full-time closer this year. 1-0 to Porter. Swing, a fly ball, hit into straightaway center. Not deep at all. Zarnicki waits for it and makes the catch. And Arkansas down to their final out. Ball game, if that was the third and final out, this would be a ball game that lasts 2 hours and 6 minutes. Fielders have been very good today, but the pitchers have been outstanding. And it looks like, unfortunately, unless the Travs have a little lightning of the bat, that Jesse Smith is going to suffer his 6th consecutive loss, and it would come on a complete game. Bobby Wilson is 0 for 3, and the pitch outside, ball 1. Jason Espino was on deck. He is responsible for both of Arkansas's runs with a homer in the second inning. 1-0 pitch to Bobby Wilson. Here it is. Fouled off in the air, out of play, over the roof at first base. Coming into the season, Corpas saved only 9 games over 6 years. This year, Jim Miller, who's going to be the Driller closer, has been injured most of the season, and so Corpas has taken over the duties, and he stays as the closer. 1-1 pitch. Wilson fouls it back. Strike 2. Travs had won 4 in a row, trailing by 2 runs with 1 strike left. Corpas ready. Here he is to Wilson outside. Springfield leading Wichita in the 7th inning 4-1. The Drillers with a 2-game lead at the moment over the Cardinals. Wilson trying to bring up Espino, representing the tying run. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Corpas rears back and fires. Wilson pokes it down the line at third, foul. Bobby Wilson, a guest hitter. He'll go up there thinking a pitch, and if he gets it, he can turn on it. But if Wilson guesses wrong, that's where the pitcher gets the out. 2-2. Foul ball again, a fastball. Wilson's fouled off 4 pitches out of the 6 that he's seen. Corpas struck out Brown on 3 pitches. Porter fly to center. Now Wilson fighting for the Travs life. Another 2-2. Low and outside, ball 3. Corpas has walked just 3 batters all season. The last batter he walked was on May the 18th. 3-2 pitch to Wilson. Swing, a ground ball, fair down the third base line. Should be extra bases. He'll touch first and hold right there as Gaetti comes up with the ball in the left field corner. Gaetti fires to second, a perfect throw. So even though Wilson hit it past third down the line, he only gets a single. Thing is, it really doesn't matter. Jason Espino comes up. He is the tying run. It'll be power versus power. Espino's 2-run homer in the second inning. The only runs for the Travs today. He has homered 11 times this year, 4 of them in his last 10 games. Corpas sets and deals. Espino hits it high but shallow into right field. Second baseman Bernier making the call and the catch, and this one's over. The Travelers and the Drillers play one of the shortest games of the 2006 season in the Texas League. Tulsa comes out on top by a final score of 4-2. So the Travelers' 4-game winning streak comes to a close. Jesse Smith takes a hard luck, complete game loss. Winning pitcher Mark Kaiser beats the Travs for the third time. 2 hours and 10 minutes from first pitch to last pitch, and the Drillers out of the dugout to celebrate as Arkansas falls to the Drillers by a 4-2 final score. We'll count up the totals and bring you the highlights after these words with the Allstate Insurance postgame report next on Air America Little Rock 1380 KDXE.
Since 1901, the Arkansas Travelers have been making memories in the natural state, like John Young launching a home run over the Mills Freeway to win the '77 Texas League title. People still talk about the explosive performances of Captain Dynamite or the Travs leadoff batter for the 1976 season, 3'4" Roscoe P. Stidman, and the unbelievable home run heroics of recent Travs Tommy Murphy and Mike Napoli.
And it's a grand slam! Tommy Murphy wins the game with a walk-off grand slam!
Now you, your friends, and family are invited to create some memories of your own as the Travs charge to the 74th and final season at Ray Winder Field.
Double play ends it. The Travs are the East Division champions.
Come share the excitement as the Arkansas Travelers celebrate their history with another winning season. For tickets, call 664-1555 or visit Travs.com.
Henry Morales has hit another ball onto the freeway. Get out of here.
The Arkansas Travelers, still the greatest game on dirt.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
You signaled your turn. You merged without cutting anyone off. You stopped because the light was red. Through rain and sleet, through dark of night, 365 and 1/4 days a year, you drive safely. Now Allstate rewards you for being the hero you are. Introducing the Safe Driving Bonus. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, Allstate will give you an extra bonus. Actual cash off your renewal bill. That's on top of any discounts you've already received. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stand. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can start earning your safe driving bonus the day you sign up. Features optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey guys, want another beer?
Another what?
Another beer.
I didn't have a beer. Did you have a beer? I don't think so.
Yes, you did. These beers right in front of you? Remember you ordered them for me?
Weird. I mean, I remember eating the wings.
Yeah, the wings were good.
Are you sure we drank the beer?
Look, you guys came in, you ate the wings, you drank the beer.
Huh.
Whatever. Do you guys want another round?
Of what?
Beer.
Yeah, that sounds great. You want a beer?
I would love a beer.
Next time, try the light beer with the taste you won't forget. Great tasting, less filling, Miller Lite. Miller. Good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
It's time now for the Allstate Insurance post-game show. Once again, here's the voice of the Arkansas Travelers, Phil Elson.
Travs lose this one 4-2 against the Tulsa Drillers. Phil Elson with you here on the Allstate Insurance postgame report. Tough luck loss for the Travs today. And one of the finer starting pitching performances of the season for Jesse Smith. But today the Travs offense unable to break through against Tulsa, managing only 2 runs on 4 base hits. Let's get through the totals. These are unofficial totals. Starting with the Travelers, Arkansas scores 2 runs on just 4 base hits, commit 2 errors, and strand 5. Tulsa, 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. And the Drillers today leaving 3. Winning pitcher Mark Kaiser goes to 5-4. Beats Arkansas for the 3rd time in 3 tries. Loss to Jesse Smith. He's 3-7, losing his 6th consecutive start. Manny Corpas coming on to save his 17th in 20 tries. First pitch to last pitch took 2 hours and 10 minutes. And the paid attendance, 4,664. Tulsa got ahead in the first inning against Smith. Troy Tulowitzki's ground ball to shortstop was muffed by Brandon Wood for an error. And Seth Smith sent a shot down the third base line for a double, moving Tulowitzki to third base. And even though Smith got Joe Gaetti looking, Ian Stewart bounced out to second base with the infield back, chasing Tulowitzki home, and it gave the Drillers a 1-0 lead. Mark Kaiser set down the first 4 Travs he faced, but Greg Porter with 1 out of the second set a line drive to left field. Joe Gaetti dropped it at the warning track, allowing Porter to reach second base, and even though Porter was thrown out trying to advance to third base when Bobby Wilson's comebacker to the hill, that error led directly to Jason Espito's at-bat, and he hit a 2-run homer to left field, his 11th of the season, giving Arkansas their only lead of the game, and it only lasted a half inning. 2-1 Arkansas, but then Joe Koshansky's leadoff home run of the second would tie the game at 2-2, his 14th home run of the year. And then the pitchers took over from there. Travs really didn't have many opportunities to score against Mark Kaiser. They would get men to first and second with 2 outs in the third inning, but Matt Brown flat out to center field, and then only 3 Travs would reach the rest of the way against Kaiser. Meanwhile, Jesse Smith, a very nice job, stranded a couple of men in the third inning, got through the fourth, 1-2-3, got a double play behind him, turned by Brandon Wood in the fifth inning, and pitched a perfect sixth. But coming into the seventh inning, Smith allowed consecutive singles by Chris Ianetta and Joe Koshansky. Then Jordan Zarnicki drops down a sacrifice bunt in front of the plate. Bobby Wilson's only play was at first base, but Devin Day couldn't handle the throw, and that allowed the bases to load with nobody out. Then consecutive sacrifices. Judd Thigpen sacked fly to left field, chased home Ianetta, and on the throw home, Koshansky advanced to third base and Zarnicki to second, so Doug Bernier, who was batting only .238 and only 3 hits in his previous 30 at-bats, Bernier drops down a beautiful suicide squeeze with Koshansky scoring on the play to give the Drillers a 4-2 lead, and that's the way it would end. The Travs did get the tying run of the plate in the ninth inning. Bobby Wilson's 2-out single brought Espito to the plate against Manny Corpas, but Espito pops out to shallow right field, ending the ball game and ending Arkansas's bid for a 5-game winning streak. So the Drillers go to 36-24 with a victory, and the Travelers fall to 21-38. We'll check what's going on in the Texas League and the majors next on the Allstate Insurance postgame report here on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell.
My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space.
I would not.
Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense.
Zero is for the 0 calories.
Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that?
I wish I could speculate on that, sir.
The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Your world is suddenly changing for the better because 2 great companies have now joined forces to deliver the world that matters most. Yours. AT&T with its passion to invent and SBC with its drive to deliver have come together to create the most complete and secure network with voice services, digital satellite TV, high-speed internet, and singular wireless. Learn more at thenewatt.com. Introducing the new AT&T. Your world delivered.
Think of us like a thinking person's voter's guide. Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE, North Little Rock.
Well, the Drillers beat the Travs today by the final score of 4-2. Tulsa started today with a 2-game lead over Springfield with just 11 games left, and the Cardinals are winning at Wichita 4-1, going into the top of the 8th inning. Cardinals trying to end a 3-game losing streak. Wichita has won 5 in a row to pull to win 7 games. In the South Division, Midland and Corpus Christi are in the 9th inning now. Midland had a 1-0 lead after Travis Buck's home run in the 7th inning, where the Hooks managed to tie it in the bottom of the 7th, so they're still tied 1-1 at the top of the 9th at Whataburger Field. San Antonio, it swept a doubleheader from Frisco yesterday. The Rough Riders 2.5 games in back of Corpus Christi. And it's 2-1 San Antonio leading the Riders in the top of the 8th. San Antonio third baseman Jesus Guzman hit his 5th home run. Over to the major leagues now. These games are final scores. 3 finals from the National League where Milwaukee beat San Diego in 10 innings 4-3. Derek Turnbow picked up the victory in relief. Cassidy, the loser, falls to 3-3. Turnbow, 3 wins, 3 losses. Bill Hall with a game-winning home run in the bottom of the 10th inning, his 14th of the season. San Diego got a home run from Josh Barfield, his 4th. The Philadelphia Phillies see their 4-game winning streak halt today against the Washington Nationals, 5-2. It was Alfonso Soriano with his 23rd home run of the season. Jason O'Connor picks up the win. He's 3-3. Brito, the loser for the Phils, 0-2. And Chad Cordero saved his 12th for the winning Nats. Cincinnati beating the Cubs 7-1. 3 Reds homers for their 8th consecutive win. Ryan Friel, Brandon Phillips, and David Ross each going deep. Bronson Arroyo goes to 8-2 with the victory. Glendon Rush falls to 2-6 with the loss. So Cincinnati has now overtaken St. Louis by a half game in the Central Division. Speaking of the Cardinals off today, and so it is official. Cincinnati, the new first-place team by a half a game. Over in the American League, Boston beat the Yankees 9-3. Yankees had a 3-1 lead in the 5th inning, but Boston took the lead with a 3-run 6th. And then the Red Sox put it away, scoring 5 runs in the 7th inning. Kurt Schilling picks up his 9th win against just 2 losses. Jarrett Wright, the losing pitcher, 3-4. Boston's home run by Jason Varitek, his 6th. 3 homers for the Pinstripes. Bernie Williams, number 4. Johnny Damon hit his 8th. Robbie Cano, number 3. Other final scores in the American League, 2 of them. Oakland over Cleveland, 4-1. Esteban Loaiza off the disabled list for his first win. Houston Street, the save, his 11th. And the losing pitcher, Jason Johnson, falling to 3-6 for Cleveland. Only homer of the game hit by Cleveland's Ben Broussard, his 9th. Minnesota wins at Seattle 7-3. Johan Santana 6-4 with a victory. And Joel Pinheiro took the loss, falling to 5-6. These games are in progress. The 7th inning at Houston. Lance Berkman, a pair of home runs for the Stros at 6-4. Braves trailing the Astros. Berkman 18 home runs on the year now. Chipper Jones has hit his 6th for the Braves. Jeff Francoeur, number 12. Mets leading Arizona 3-0 at the top of the 3rd inning. Carlos Beltran a home run, his 15th. And the Pirates still batting at San Francisco, top of the 1st inning, 2 runs home. And the Bucs have the bases loaded with 2 outs. American League games going on at the moment. Bottom 8 at Baltimore. Orioles have tied the game against the Blue Jays 5-5. Going into the 9th inning at Chicago, the White Sox trailing the Tigers 6-2. Marcus Thames and Placido Polanco have gone deep for the Tigers. Paul Konerko, number 16 for Chicago. Wild game at Kansas City where the Royals scored 4 runs in the 1st inning, only to see Texas take the lead with 3 runs in the 2nd and 8 runs in the 3rd. But Kansas City has rallied back there in the 6th inning, 11-10. Texas leading. Ian Kinsler hit a 3-run homer for the Rangers, his 5th. David DeJesus going deep for Kansas City, his 2nd. Those are all the scores. You're up to date now on the out-of-town scores brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Don't forget, if you want to log on for low fares, just go online to southwest.com. Final score today, the Drillers 4, the Travelers 2. And we'll wrap everything up after this on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
What if there were no bad drivers? What if everyone always followed the speed limit? What if 10-car pileups didn't exist? In a world like that, we'd all be better off. It's why Allstate is introducing 2 incentives to drive safe. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, you'll get cash off your renewal bill with a safe driving bonus. And for every year of safe driving, you'll get $100 off your deductible with deductible rewards. Another year, another $100 off, up to $500. But it's not just about saving money. Safe driving also saves lives. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate, Dan. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can get $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Deductible rewards apply to collision coverage. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat Gazette and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Here are the official totals for tonight's game at Driller Stadium. The Arkansas Travelers, 2 runs, 4 base hits, 2 errors, and 5 left. The Drillers, 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, and 3 men left. Winning pitcher Mark Kaiser goes to 5-4. He is 3-0 against Arkansas. Jesse Smith takes a loss in his second complete game of the year. He's lost both of them. Smith drops to 3-7, losing 6 in a row. The save to Manny Corpas is 17th. First pitch to last pitch, 2 hours, 10 minutes. Paid attendance, 4,664. So the Drillers pick up the victory using the small ball approach in the 7th inning. Sacrifice fly by Judd Thigpen knocks in the winning run, and the insurance comes on the suicide squeeze by Doug Bernier. And the Drillers, with the victory, go to 36-24, dropping Arkansas to 21-37. Season series heavily in favor of the Drillers. That's the 10th win for Tulsa against Arkansas in 13 games. BC Powder player of the game today, Mark Kaiser, starting pitcher for the Drillers, who went 8 innings. Longest start of the year, allowing just 3 hits and 2 runs, both runs unearned. He walked only 2, struck out 3. And Kaiser wins his 3rd consecutive start. Mark Kaiser, today's BC Powder player of the game. BC Powder is the official pain reliever of the Arkansas Travelers. BC gets into your system fast and goes to work fast. If it's headaches, backaches, or muscle pain, nothing works faster than BC. Use as directed. We'll wrap up the series tomorrow here at Driller Stadium. Travs have right-hander Nick Green going in his second start at AA. Picked up a victory Saturday night against the Midland Rockhounds. Ubaldo Jimenez, who has looked like Cy Young against the Travs, will take the mound tomorrow for the Drillers. Jimenez 6-2 overall with a 3.38 ERA. In just 2 starts against Arkansas, Jimenez winning both of them with a 0.75 earned run average. First pitch tomorrow, 7:05. We'll have the ITT Tech pregame show at 6:45 here on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE. Thank Matt Alderman back at the studios, getting us on the airwaves, along with Lindsey Floyd. The folks over at minorleaguebaseball.com for getting us on the internet as well. And to you fans for tuning in, thank you very much. I'm Phil Elson from Driller Stadium in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Again, that final score, the Drillers 4 and the Travelers 2. Folks, don't forget, it is only a game. We'll talk baseball again tomorrow night.
Today's game has been brought to you by AT&T, Coca-Cola, Allstate Insurance, ITT Technical Institute, Miller Lite, and Arkansas Federal Credit Union. You've been listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.